I don't know what she's doing. Undressing, maybe. She's doing something. Anyway, as you all know, today is day 2 of the Komodo Smerdon match. Smerdon's handle is Smurfo. Although I've been informed, yesterday if you watched, it's not the normal Komodo. It's the Monte Carlo version, and there's some other letters. So it basically tries to punish the humans play more than the regular version. And the claim is that this version does better against humans, and the other version, the regular Komodo, does better against computers. Yeah. And so on. It should start in about 6 minutes, although yesterday it was late. They started about 7 or 8 minutes late. So, who knows? Somebody knows. We still haven't been notified that I'm streaming yet. Very suspicious.
I filled the soap set.
What's that?
I put soap in
Oh, there's soap.
the soap dispenser.
Yay. You dispenser? What? So as soon as Spencer's off work, then the game starts. Something like that. We have a sub goal today of 1,800. That we get a new sub goal every day, and we're always at our maximum. So the more subs we have, the more something. I still haven't been notified, so I'm only talking to people on YouTube. I guess Twitch doesn't work because everybody in the world's an idiot, especially Trump, but especially the people who voted for Trump. Your phone made a really loud noise when you were gone, so yeah, make sure the sound's off, otherwise we'll get in trouble. All right, somebody's here. I don't know why I haven't been notified yet. That's weird. Usually it takes about a minute. I've been streaming for about 3 minutes. So if nobody gets notified, nobody will come to the stream. They can't figure out what 8 o'clock Eastern is. Yeah. Correct. Everything you ever said was correct. So yesterday, the first game of the match, Smurfo lost because he blundered a piece in the middle game. And then after he blundered a piece, he was slightly better. So that wasn't good. And then the next 2 games, he didn't blunder any pieces, so he won. So it's 2-1. And so on. And so forth. I'm not even sure if we can look at his games. I don't even know how to do that. Let's see, Smurfo. I can do sort of a recap. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm not as dumb as everybody said. Like a normal amount of dumb. All right, so Karen's just got dressed. And then there's Karen. So this was the first game they played yesterday. This was the game that the engine won. Then we'll get to the key position. So here it's pretty symmetrical. The main difference is white's played f4. So when black's up a knight. And then he made this terrible blunder, knight e4, which loses a piece. Hey, the notification came 5 minutes after I started. And then after he took the knight, he realized that when he takes back, d5, attacks his queen and attacks the bishop and the knight. So now black is still better, but only a little bit better, not like winning, like you're up a piece. And then he got ground down and he lost. So that was the key moment in the first game. And then the second and third games, black was just up a piece the whole game, and nothing happened, and he won. It's sort of normal, you're up a piece. So the only really, really, really bad move that Smurfo played in the match, also known as David Smerdon, is knight e4. And the reason it's bad isn't because it loses a piece. I was losing pieces before Smurfo was born. But the move that you're worried about if you have the black pieces is bishop takes knight, and then because you have to take back, and now bishop and queen are lined up, which they've always been. So it's a very strange mistake for a grandmaster to play knight e4. It's not, it's not the kind of tactical error that you would expect from somebody who's really good. You would expect another kind of tactical error where he just misses like an in-between move or something. And you don't want to make a losing move when every move wins. Now, the specialty of the low-rated player is to have some position that's winning. Every move wins. They make a move that loses. The grandmasters normally have some position, and maybe if they make the losing move, it's because they had one move that didn't lose, and they didn't find it. The truth hurts. So then they lose. Here, every move wins for black. And if it's white's move, black's winning. So that's why it's bad. When your opponent has no threat and you like move a piece and blunder it, that's not grandmasterly. Right, sweetie?
True.
See? Karen agrees. Yeah. All right. Let me push refresh. Oh, I can read the chat. Let's see. Terrible.
Hey, sub me, dude.
You should add a raw coffee mug. Ben is in a book. Ghosts. Impossible. If every move wins. Incorrect. All right. Go Lizards. Chapin's book. Not enough Ben. All right. So we have how many sponsors for today's stream? Is it 2? We have Anonymous.
We have 3.
3 sponsors.
2 are anonymous and 1.
Okay, we have 2 anonymous sponsors, and one is Dr. Drew, but not the terrible Dr. Drew, the Drew that comes to our, Dr. 5W who just said something. Okay, so it's 100 viewers, yay. All right, the match should start momentarily, although, it started late yesterday, so I don't know.
So thank you, Drew, and the 2 anonymous.
Yeah, thanks mainly to Anonymous. Yeah, for sponsoring our stream.
Hey, C.L. Smith.
Yay, we're hosted by Rufus and Doofus.
Yay.
Go Anonymous. All right, so it just turned 8 o'clock now-ish. And the names haven't popped up yet, but they were about 7 minutes late yesterday. Naroditsky's playing Hans Niemann. They're both pretty high rated, 2980. And then Danny Boy, the pipes are calling. Thanks for the donation, Danny. It's funny, Danny Boy, of course, there's the famous version by Zoidberg at Bender's fake funeral, like pretend funeral, so you can see what it's like. Then I didn't realize, and I've seen it, but it's probably been at least 20 years. There's a Simpsons episode where the city or the health department closes down Moe's Tavern, so they have sort of like a funeral because the tavern's closing, and they're all there, and they're all in suits. And Barney, who's not drunk because the bar's closed, he sings Danny Boy. He sings it better than Zoidberg did. But anyway, he sings it longer, too. So the 2 best versions of Danny Boy, surprisingly, are, Zoidberg and Barney. You didn't realize that. It's hard to understand. Hashtag sponsored. Yay. All right, let's see if they started yet. They're supposed to start at 8, but usually they're late. Now, the rules of the match, if you weren't here yesterday or you're too intoxicated to remember, the engine gets white every game, and he gives a piece odds. He takes this piece off, then this one, complicated. And then they played 6 games. They played 3 yesterday, and they play 3 today. And the match is over. And Smerdon is up 2-1, lost the first game, and then he won the next 2. And if you were here 5 minutes ago, I showed the blunder that he made in the first game.
Hey, Meepex.
So if anybody sees the match is starting and I haven't done it, tell me it's starting so I can go back and forth and so forth. Mm-hmm. If anybody's like, hey, I see the game, then let me know. Let's see. I can actually tell if he's online. Smurfo is online. So the game might have started. Yeah. There's probably some way to follow him so that I know, follow. Right, I'm following him. I don't know if that's going to help. So Smurfo is online, and I clicked follow, but I don't trust the test.com technology for obvious reasons. Yeah. Not sure what the reasons are, but whatever they are.
Playing, but
Go. It says online. Yeah, it would say play. Right. Yeah. So.
But I wouldn't trust it.
Yeah. Jinbei is raiding with a party of 3.
Yay.
Yay. That's the guy who changed his
Formerly
name from
known as
Huzakaga.
Huzakage.
Yeah. When are you streaming for the Magnus Invitational? When it starts? What? I mean, I sent you the information. I don't know what you want. I mean, whatever I sent you, that's, I'll stream the whole round. So it'll probably be 8 hours a day.
He wants to update the club news.
Right, but I don't have any more information than you have trying to learn. I just have what I sent you.
The date.
I sent him everything.
Yeah.
I got nothing. Whatever I sent you, that's what I'm streaming. Tournament is like April 17th or 18th. Nobody knows. Yeah, I'm streaming every second of every round. So there's the Magnus Invitational, which has, I'm going to forget like 2 people. Magnus, Hikaru, Fabiano, Giri, Nepo, Faruja, Ding. Oh, I forgot one. Who'd I forget? And MVL. I got them all. And they're playing a very unusual format, which I commented on Twitter. The format doesn't make any sense. Based on the format, Ding is going to be playing in the middle of the night in China, and it's going to be 8 hours of chess a day. And I'm thinking like, well, they have their own commentators at Chess 24. Are they going to commentate for 8 hours? Or are they going to have different sets of commentary teams, do 4 hours each? And anyway, then it seemed like if you were in Europe and you played in the second set of games, you would end about 1 a.m, which seems a bit late. Anyway, I don't know. It's supposed to start at 4 p.m. Central European time every day from April 17th or 18th to May 3rd. And they're going to play a round robin with a time control of 15:10, which is actually the time control of this match. Except they're going to play 4-game matches. So it's a round robin, but it's a quadruple round robin. So you're going to play each person 4 times. If you beat them 2.5, 1.5, or more, you've won the match. And you get 3 and they get 0. If it's 2-2, there's an Armageddon game, and then the winner of the Armageddon game gets 2 and the loser gets 1. That's their scoring system. So each match is worth 3 points, either 3-0 or 2-1, depending on the score of the match. And they're going to do that every day. They're going to do it where you play 2 games at once, or not 2 games at once, 2 matches at once. Then when those matches are over, they'll have 2 more matches. Then the last day of the round robin, all the matches will go on at the same time. That's the fairest. Then when that's over, they're going to have matches after that for the top 4 and get it down to 2 and so forth. So basically the tournament never ends. It has a very confusing format. The gist of it is the winner of the event, when it's over, gets $70,000. The prize fund overall is $250,000. I don't understand how we're going to have Ding Liren in China playing at the same time as Hikaru and Fabiano in the U.S. It's going to be, ass in the morning for Ding. So I don't know. I think Ding's going to be playing at 2 a.m, 3 a.m, but I guess if it's 70,000 first, you don't care. All right. Anyway, I put all these questions on Twitter, but they don't know. Yeah. JCR 202207 subscribed. Jimbo Matthews 500 centidues. Karen has something to say.
Well, Bonarici was asking how much cheating there will be, but I don't think any. They have all these surveillance techniques.
Right. There's 2 reasons they won't cheat. Number 1 is those players won't cheat. Not because they wouldn't cheat, which they wouldn't. Because if you get caught cheating and you're one of the top 10 players in the world, that would be bad. Because then you kicked out of chess forever. So that's their livelihood. They're not going to cheat in one tournament. The other thing is they're going to have cameras everywhere and where they're playing, and some of the cameras only the arbiters can see. You're not going to see them, but they will. And then they're going to have software on their computers to detect anything that's happening other than them moving. So they're actually taking a lot of measures on something that's not going to happen. But that's good. So there'll be less cheating than usual. What in the who now? Jeff is very well informed as usual. Ace Deuce is ring with a party of 3. Good.
Yay.
Good. All right. Thanks for the, yeah. Let's see if he's playing yet. Not here. And then let's see. Smurfo. It says he's idle. So he was online, now he's idle. Probably going from online to idle means he's not playing yet.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good, good. We need a good emote. Yeah, we do need one. How about the one that we already have? Man, you guys are dumber than usual, which isn't even possible.
I need to add some emotes.
I can't even find the good
and
emote.
badges.
I can't find anything.
You have to go down.
Frequently used. It's the most used one. How could it not be? Good, good. All right.
I have a bunch of badges that I need to upload, but I haven't had a chance to do it.
All right, we have 250 viewers. It's me. I'm the hottie. Okay. Smurfo. Let's see how Smurfo's doing. He's making the engine wait. All right, they still haven't started. Can we get a raw coffee mug in the merch store? I'd buy it. Ask Karen.
Yeah, the problem is with those particular coffee mugs, they don't have a built-in repeating pattern.
Always repeat.
Like they had with the Streamlabs merch store. So I don't know how that would look with just one raw emote. I picture it looking better with a repeating pattern. So I can probably make it happen. It's just going to require a little bit of extra work.
Good, good.
I'll do it.
Gold Dust Tori has 258 viewers. You know what that means? She was probably rated by Ninja. Oh, snap. That was a complicated joke. All right. They haven't started because Komodo's in the bathroom. Coffee is the goodest. I spell coffee right. Terrible. Let's see. Everybody else is doing stuff. Who's the good-looking player in the middle picture on the wall? Smurfo. Did Ben propose in front of a chessboard? Probably. How much is this Feingold Defense Smith Moore book going to be? Ask Karen.
I know. I owe... Buzzard Bait has been asking that same question if you're here, Buzzard Bait. I apologize.
We should probably get a train going because this game is never starting. We have 2 anonymous sponsors and we have Dr. 5W, a.k.a. Drew. I'll call him Dr. Drew from now on. Those are the 3 sponsors. Another train. There's Drew. He got the train started by just 1 donation. That's pretty
Jeff
good.
Ashton's very active here in the chat.
Ashton.
For somebody that's new to Twitch.
Dr. Alexi Root. I knew her before Ashton was born. Damn. Who's my favorite Russian player of all time? I mean, me? I don't know. All right, the more you donate, the quicker this game starts. It says Smurfo is idle. If you guys see the game start somehow before I do, tell me in the chat. Shafoni wrote all the text of the book, and I did all of the analysis. And by saying I did all of the analysis, I did some of the analysis, then I corrected all of his analysis. So that book was written 20 years ago. God damn. I was living in Brooklyn, and he was sending me things in the U.S. mail from Saginaw. Also, he hitchhiked from Saginaw. Mm-hmm. You know why? He came to look for America. Mm-hmm. He was laughing on the bus, playing games with the faces. The man in the gabardine suit was a spy. He said, "Be careful, your bow tie is really a camera." Anybody get that? Yeah, okay, Codex got it. Who else got it? Clash got it. Simon and Garfunkel. Oh. I've come to look for America. You know that song?
I know that one a little.
Yeah, the hitchhike from Saginaw.
I don't know the song really.
Oh, all right. Drew gave 201 cents again. GM something gave a sub. Physics Lover subbed. Somebody I can't pronounce gave 100 cents to dues.
Somebody else said that it's not
100.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Let's see. That's a great cover. No.
Maybe it's a Crosby.
America by Yes. What?
Seals and Nash song. I don't know.
It's not Simon and Garfunkel. The song I'm thinking of it could have been done by somebody else first, but it's obviously Simon and Garfunkel.
I don't know the song really.
Simon and Garfunkel is the famous version. The other ones aren't famous. But saying it's not Simon and Garfunkel is absurd. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the only version anybody knows. Yeah, you guys are the worst. All right. And you're all banned. Somebody on YouTube, I had to delete their comment, said it's not the Czech Republic, it's Czechia, not Chechnya in parenthetical. And I'm like, all right. Chechnya is okay, but it is the Czech Republic. Then saying not Chechnya, that's just insulting. So I had them banned, and I called the FBI. Written by Paul Simon. Oh, gotcha,
First
bitches.
Aid Kit. Mepex has checked that version out.
What's that? Not checking that out.
I'll check it out.
No,
I will.
then you'll be like crying and so bad. Go, Danny Boy 4K.
That's not even one of their better songs.
What? Yeah, it is. No. You talking about like by Simon and Garfunkel? Yeah, of course it is. Yeah. I mean, all their songs are good. Now, back to whatever it is I was doing. What's Smurfo's name? Smurfo? Come on, let's get that train going. It says he's idle. Oh, wait a minute. He's not idle, he's playing. He just changed his name to Eric Idle. Oh. Well, he's going to get sued then. If you check the analysis with a modern engine, it's better than the modern engines. Go FBI. Chechnya is the same as North Korea. Incorrect. Man, Dr. 5W is making this train go.
Yay.
Come on, everybody. You donate like 300 centimeters, we get to the next level. That's $3. Ridiculous.
And one of our main sponsors.
That's right. Mepex 100, who cares? Go, Drew. Let's see, 278 viewers. The train's going. There's no games yet. Frankly, terrible. If you guys see the game, let me know. They were supposed to start 14 minutes ago.
Terrible.
Maybe Komodo's chicken or something. I hope it's vegan. Smurfo. It says he's idle. I went to Zimmerman's with Ben when I too was cool. I got yelled at for not knowing who Crosby, Stills, and Nash is. Yelled at by me? They wouldn't yell at you. I would. Yeah. 100 centimeters. Did that get to the next level or we already missed it? I don't know. Level 2. Level 2 complete.
I know songs you don't know.
You talking to Jeff?
You. And I don't yell.
What do you mean you don't yell? Crosby, Stills, and Nash isn't a song.
I know.
Right. I mean, everybody's heard Crosby, Stills, and Nash. You people haven't heard anybody.
No, I'm saying I know plenty of songs that you don't know.
Well, there's trillions of songs. Obviously, that's the case.
Yes.
But you can't say you know somebody as famous as Crosby, Stills, Nash, and or Young. All right, 2007 guest subscribed. How do you spell Smurfo again? Smerdon. Smurfo.
Yeah, I don't know why they can't start on time.
Fide Trainer Net says train with me. What, they're trying to lose rating points? What's going down here? Is he Papa Smurfo? Yes, he is. I told him my name was Papa Smurf, and he believed me. He's an idiot. Where did I just watch that from? Was that, what was it? Was it Sunny?
That was the best Sunny last night, and I fell asleep. So I was so tired.
What happens when there's a dad and a mom and the two? Oh, it's the Cleveland show. Yeah, in the Cleveland show, which I don't watch. Cleveland's daughter, I think, is dating a guy, or maybe I made that up. And then he told the guy his name was Papa Smurf, and the kid believed him. So he calls him Papa Smurf. You know, the Cleveland.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Master Disaster said, "Go idiot." That's me. Yes. This is a good match so far. It still says Smurfo is idle. So your donation dollars are going far.
Wait, who's Fide Trainer Net? That's somebody you know?
No. Oh, is this it? No, that's not it. Karen made plantains tonight.
Yeah.
Hooray for plantains. Somebody asked. Drew's just doing the whole train. Smurfo. Still idle. This match was supposed to start 60 minutes ago.
That's right, J.M. McGrath.
Mm-hmm.
Or J. McGrath.
Komodo's arguing what color pieces to use.
I only have one beer tonight. I'm out of beer.
Trains, planes, and plantains.
So I would drink it.
Now, here's a good question. Does Jeff know what a plantain is? Well, that's good.
Yeah.
50-50. Half of them don't know what a plantain is.
They know what it is.
No, half of them don't. When I was at Publix, where you go now and I'm not allowed to go, I got, like, I don't know, about a year ago, the cashier said, what's this? Lentils. She says, what do you do with them? And she said, I never had that. Well, she never heard of it. And she works at Publix. She's like, what are lentils?
Maybe she was new.
Well, you work, Let's see. What's his name? Jeff's not answering. So he never heard of him, obviously. Frankly. Who should you thank for the stream? You should thank the two anonymous people and Dr. Drew. Yeah. Drew.
I don't know about that joke, DK.
Which DK? Oh. He used to work in the South. It's like banana tastes way worse. I guess you don't know what it is. Well, you have to cook them. Yeah, you can't just eat them. Yeah, you're just dumb. All right. Panda, I know about plantains. I'm not sure if it's some Twitch slang. Wait a minute. Let's see. The clock is back. Lard is the same as butter. Close. Not too close. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see if he's playing. Still idle. This match is starting later than yesterday. Yesterday we started about 8 or 9 minutes late. This is going to start half an hour late. Frankly, terrible. He's making Komodo wait. Yeah, 300 centuries.
Brownie with ice cream. Ben is not a lightweight.
What's the question?
He asked if you were a lightweight. With alcohol. No.
My donation doesn't seem to do much. All right, we need 500 centidues or 2 or 3 subs in the next.
Oh, it's not
in the next. What? 90? Oh, we need 200 centidues in the next 10 seconds. Thanks, Silenti61 and Drew. 3 seconds. They did it. They did it. Yay. They got to level 4. Man, you guys are tricky. It's funny when somebody gives 5 centidues, it doesn't seem like 5 subs, right? Yeah. You're like, yeah, that's all right. You know how many bits equals 5 subs for the price? It's like 2,500 centidues. Yeah. So it's actually huge. So when people give subs, then the trains go really far. Mm-hmm. When people give like 100, and like moves a little. Yeah. So like when Adam is here and he's like 50 subs, then the train's over. We have to get off the train. It's my favorite Grandmaster wife. Who, me? Oh, you mean her. Hey, it's Pietro. He's alive. Hey, we have more deaths than Italy now. We just passed them. We win. Mm. See, we have more cases than Italy easily, but they have more deaths because they have more percentage. Yeah. But now we have more deaths. Mm. So we have and then, you ready for this? New York State has more cases than any country in the world, except the U.S., obviously. Frankly. Longest lecture on this position. In this position, there's 20 legal moves. Let's discuss them each. Which Grandmaster am I imitating? I thought about playing A3, but I was like, I think I'll go swimming after the game, so I guess I'll play something like C4. Now, if I play C4, Black has 20 legal moves. Let's discuss them each. Let's see if anybody gets who I'm imitating. Actually, I'm imitating somebody. They're a Grandmaster. It's not Grishuk, but that's a good guess. Anybody? Anyone? No. No. Morphe. No, the answer is Irina Crush. Yeah. She's like, let's analyze every legal move and every legal response and talk about going to take a bath after the game. Yeah. All right. Back to whatever it is I was doing. Smurfo. I never typed Smurfo so much. Am I voting for Joe Biden? Gotta vote for somebody. Dr. Drew. Go, Hype Train. Dr. Drew's crushing with the Hype Train. The score is 2-1 for Smurfo based on yesterday's games. Today's games haven't started. April 18th to May 3rd, I'll be doing live commentary of the Carlson Invitational. Now, I named the players about 10 minutes ago. Now, Karen is going to name the 8 players again. Oh, Go, no. Karen.
Okay, hang on. MVL, Magnus, Fabi, Ding, Faruja, Gary. Let's see. I'm getting into some trouble now. I'm missing 2.
Waka.
Am I missing 2?
Waka.
What?
Naka.
Oh, yeah, Naka. There's another one, too, that didn't...
What? Yeah.
I mean...
One more. Yeah, Nepo.
Oh,
I said man bun guy. Yeah. So, according to the internet, a stronger tournament would be to take out Geary and put in Grishuk. I agree. That would have made it stronger. Yeah, I expect Geary to come in last in that field. Agreed. Okay, we got Bean Counter-Strike 25 gifting 5 subs. Good. Good. Good spelling of Nepo there. I like that. Man, he just cleaned that guy's clock. Oh, snap, because clock. I'm on. Okay. Yeah. Geary last, suspicious. Somebody's got to come in last. You expect Geary to finish lower than Naka in game 15? Yeah, that I do. Oh, it's a slow tournament. Obviously, Naka's coming in last, but it's a 15-minute tournament. Yeah. Go Panda. Please impersonate Yasser Sarawan. Do I need a cigarette?
Drop some F-bombs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't know that.
No.
They don't know that he swears. They think he's above reproach.
He's a sweetie, but
He is.
He likes to say some words.
What's going on here? Let's see. Yay, Moobot and Chess Club. Good, good. Ooh, exclam event. Let's type that in and see what happens. Exclam event. What's going on with the hype train? I forgot about it. Oh, look at that exclam event. Good, good. Yay, look at what it says. Read that.
Wow. Trying to learn is so fast. I need to get in and do some Moobot stuff. So
Has Naka not blocked you yet? No, we're like black actors. We don't block each other. No. Would Anand be anywhere in that field? No, he wouldn't put Anand in. What is this, an old man tournament? What is it, like Ivanchuk, Anand, and me? That's a good tournament.
I got timed out one time on Naka's stream
Flocka, Naka, Waka.
by Chess Bay.
Yay, Codex gave 1 billion centidues, also 1,000.
Yay. F-bomb or old one. You didn't spell it right.
Sarah won. Yasser's lifetime record against Tal was 4 out of 4. Yasser won every game he played. What? Hey, I'm following Smurfo and it worked.
Yay.
All right. Now, earlier, I always looked at the games from Komodo's point of view, but now I'm going to do Smurfo. Okay, so he played E6 hoping for another French, and they reprogrammed Komodo to not do that. And then Smurfo played the Dutch. There's 2 openings Komodo hates. You know what they are?
The dragon?
That's a good answer. That's a lot funnier than my joke.
What's your joke?
Oh. Komodo doesn't like openings that are intolerant of other people's openings and the Dutch. All right, we still need, Codex just earned a badge. We need 200 centidues to get over 100%. The Dutch is one of them. It's a movie quote. It's Austin Powers. Yeah. All right. That joke is stretching it way too far. That's what she said. Oh, Komodo's out of his prep. Yay, 102 centidues. You got to give 102%. Thanks, name I can't pronounce. You know, silently 61. Oh, like silently. Mm-hmm. That's how he got me. I can never read those. It's like dime bag. You got to tell me. Yeah. Your Facebook page. Yeah, I don't have a Facebook page. They haven't changed my page because we asked them like 6 months ago. They're sort of slow. You know, like this? This has to be changed, like the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
They still haven't done anything.
Oh, yeah, I should follow up with them because I sent him that new merch link and he said, oh, this is great. And
Chess.com's been working on fixing my stream for several months. Then when they send us something, we're like, that's no good. So, yeah, that's an old Facebook page I had like 2 years ago. All right, Komodo out of prep plays G3. Man, it's hard to play against the Dutch because you can't play knight F3 or knight H3. Yeah, it's tough.
We could try to do it ourselves, I guess.
Scam train complete. Good, good.
They did send us that one version that was horrible. And
right.
Still had those.
It's Greece from Porto Caras. Well, probably not. I'm still using Friendster. What? You know what Friendster is? Wow. Who is Komodo? He's a dragon. Yeah, that's what he is. Yeah, that's the ticket. Somebody want just messages. All right, so he's going to play the Stonewall, and he's going to stonewall White's activity. What? Yay, we received a hype train emote. See, look. Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't do it yet.
They're not-
Yay. Ooh, that's a crazy one.
I don't like their emotes. I mean, they're all right.
Oh, you can go into Twitch and then
Mhm.
go into the places we go into, and you can do stuff where you make your own emotes for when the trains happen.
Oh,
Complicated.
I can't even get the regular emotes.
Yeah, I
right.
can't do nothing.
That's good.
Do
to
you
know
think
that.
spotting the King's Knight is greater than the Queen's Knight? Yes. And also, I think spotting a piece is worse than spotting a rook. I think Komodo should spot a rook. You need those minor pieces. Especially in blitz chess, it's clear. If you're playing 5 minutes or faster, spotting a rook is easier than spotting a knight. You don't need that rook. You need that knight, though. Although Komodo did castle quicker. Yeah, spotting the king knight is worse. But it was the king knight's turn. Taking turns. The engine prefers black. So I'm surprised you play the Dutch, but I guess any opening is good when your opponent has a piece missing. But I'm sure they'll make fun of it on Twitter. You know, well, what's his name? What is his name? Magnus, that's his name. Yeah. Knights are tricky. How long did you practice to master? Good. Komodo is really Gary Kasparov. Man, that's then Smurfo should spot him a knight. God damn. What was the score yesterday? 2-1 for Smurfo. Go Smurfo.
Yeah, I like that idea, Mepex.
What's his idea?
He's making a scam train emote. I believe that he's the only one whose emote we ever accepted.
Look at this move.
He did
It's
the
so
two
stupid.
bishops.
Mm-hmm. What else?
Usually they get rejected. Yeah, we do need a scam train one. I have a whole list of emotes and I owe people emails.
This move is nonsensical because you never will ever take the knight. So that's just dumb. Yeah. How is Komodo already better? I guess because you can't read. Man. Let's see. What do the gawking rabble say? Good. That's what they said. I can beat Stockfish level 8 bishop odds. Good for you. Lee chess level 8. What? Oh, people in the chat are dumber there than my chat. Go chat.
Did you say Smerdon could beat Kasparov?
Yeah, I said Smerdon could spot Kasparov a knight.
Yeah?
Well, they said Komodo was probably Kasparov. So I'm almost as ridiculous as them, but not quite. Yeah. No, I mean this is absurd. That's a ridiculous move. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Komodo not impressive this match. I think the people who make Komodo are making sure that you just get Stockfish. So I have a question for the gawking rabble. The serious question. Why would you ever buy an engine, any engine, when Stockfish is free? And probably Leela's free, but I don't know about that. But why would anybody ever pay for an engine? Ever? Like, why? I know you wouldn't, but why would anybody? I know people are saying they wouldn't. Give me a reason why somebody would. Because they have, like, brain damage? Like, you know. Oh, because you don't know Stockfish exists. That's interesting. Yeah. Like, Stockfish is better than Komodo. Leela's better than Komodo, and they're free. So why would you pay for, like, any other engine? Like, you know, what? You buy one because you are computer illiterate and pay for programs and have a phone number to call up and yell at people. Good. Your mother dropped them on their head. That's a good one. Your mother dropped you on your head, so I bought Komodo. They should make a commercial like that. My mom dropped me in my head, so I voted for Trump and bought Komodo. Then make America Komodo again. I don't know. All right. It's like the Amazon Prime Video of free engines. Let's see. What?
I mean, it's like collecting and people that want to compare the engines.
Too much money. Mm-hmm. I didn't really get a good answer, but all right, I got some funny ones. Yeah. Can we play? Sure, let's play a game.
I gave you
all right. Back to whatever is happening over here. So bishop g5, which I don't like. Knight d2 seems fine. Queen c2 seems okay. I mean, white needs a knight here on f3. I mean, another knight. Down a knight. So one of the reasons to put your queen on c2 is if black plays knight bd7, which he did, and it goes takes, takes, sometimes you can take this f-pawn. Although, maybe Smurfo's planning on taking this way. Or maybe after queen takes, he thinks the queen is misplaced, and he's going to punish it with like knight e4 or something. I don't know. So, yeah. Because you want to take with this pawn, if white does take, not with this pawn. Take with that pawn, you want your knight on c6. The time issue of moving your knight back to c6 in that instance doesn't matter because he's up a knight. It's not like knight e5's coming or nothing. It's just weird. Like I'm analyzing a chess game where one of the players is a grandmaster and he's up a knight, and I'm wondering why his opponent's not resigning. And then in the first game, Komodo won. So, yeah. Basically ridiculous. All right, I don't know what this means. The Glocking Rabble in this chat, and he's obviously a computer guy, says it's running on 48 threads. Is that like 48 core? And if it's not, what's the difference? I don't want to know the difference. I want to understand it. What's 48 threads? Is he like doing some kind of, All right, so e3 is no good because he has to trade his bishop now. Normally you want to trade these bishops, but obviously he's trying to avoid trades because he's down a knight. There's a difference between threads can be virtual. 48 threads can be run on fewer cores. Good, good. A core equals 2.5 threads. Now they're going to argue about this forever. One core can have multiple threads. 48 threads means 48 cores unless you split the cores. Some of these answers don't go together. Mm-hmm. Some of these answers, it seems like they don't agree. You know what I mean? Yeah. Multiple threads of a core. Can we play? This guy keeps saying, can we play? What? All the answers about threads and cores agree? All right. How many kilonodes? Look, I just want to know what kind of ROM he's running on. That's what I want to know. Yeah.
I like Twitchy's answer.
What did Twitchy say?
It's similar to the Monty Hall
problem. I did see that. 2 people have said a core equals 2.5 thread. Wait, this guy says 2.7 ducks. Do you want to buy a duck? Man. How many gigawatts is that? Yeah, but can it make the parsec? Oh, all right. Do the best engines beat the best players? So far, no. It's 2-1. As long as they spot us a piece. All right. 392 viewers. He's wondering if he should play bishop b4 or queen e7. Queen e7. He's going to end up taking because I said so. Got to say something. Mm-hmm. He could also play queen e7 or bishop b4. They all win immediately. One of the computer's moves is e5. He's not going to play that. There's a 0% chance he plays e5 unless it's a mouse slip. After e5, everybody can take everything. So you don't do that against an engine. Nobody takes anything against an engine. Against the engine, this is the safest move. Because, but he could play here, etc. Mainly, etc. Threads are from clothes, cores are from apples. What if you want a core A apple? Anonymous cheer, 100 centiders. Komodo's going to win this game. Just watch. I am watching. In fact, I'm doing commentary on the game. And as usual, you're incorrect. Something you've heard many times in your life. Mainly from me. You stole plutonium from the Libyans. Correct. All right, he took on f4, which is correct. 200 centidues. Good. Good. Ow.
Sorry.
Karen's beating me up over here. Okay, we have 405 viewers because nobody's driving on the 405 because it's California.
Yeah.
So we got 405. Ask about computer cores. An IT guy went into Houdini and Komodo's code, leaked Houdini's code, Stockfish. Oh, God.
Hey, do you mind if I move the monitor a little bit closer?
Which monitor?
This one.
What do you mean?
I'm going to slide it forward.
It's plugged in, so it's going to break everything.
Oh, is it?
It's like taut. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
we'd have to move it this way and then maybe this way.
It's
Maybe.
a taunt.
Yeah, we have to move it this way and then maybe this
Wasn't
way.
taunted on.
It was
I
taunt.
can't see the chat.
What?
I can't see the chat.
What do you mean? Yeah, I'm going to move over. I started. I'm not done yet. But I had to move it over that way so it's less taught. Now it's learned,
Okay.
right? See, it was taught, but now learned. All right. How's that?
That's fine.
It is? Is it marginally better? Okay, let's go back to the quote-unquote game. He took with the E pawn. I mean, I would take with the G pawn, but it doesn't matter. They're both losing. All right, knight E4, he wants to trade pieces. It's taught, careful. Taught. Okay, knight E4, and then white doesn't want to trade pieces. So white played knight F3, avoiding the trade of knights. Then black played rook E8, confusing the audience. I don't totally understand that move. It's not a move I would have played. It doesn't matter. He's up a knight. I don't know. So yeah, black's up a knight. That's what's happening. Why not develop the light square bishop? He will. He probably wants to play b6, bishop b7, or b6, bishop a6. One of the ideas in the Dutch Stonewall, if you don't do that, is to play bishop here, bishop here, bishop here. But he's not going to do that because he played rook e8. So, yeah, that's not his plan. What happened? Nothing happened. All right. It's hard to do commentary. Every move wins. Now, the Stockfish gives g5 as the first move. There's a 0% chance he'll play that. Taking is the second move. Now, he might play that. Here's why. Okay, he didn't. But the reason is it isolates this d pawn, and it explains why he played rook e8 defending his pawn. So after queen takes, the pawn's not attacked. Then he could play knight b6, knight d5. Okay, so that's reasonable. That's reasonable. But they're not really moves against the computer. As you indicated, why isn't this bishop getting out? That's the problem with the Stonewall, is this bishop's no good. So you try to do something with it. So he did. Okay, now you can't take with the e pawn because your pawn's hanging here. You take with the c pawn. Fine. This is an isolated pawn. I mean, even if white had a knight here, it'd be like equal. It's like, yes, obviously he's down a knight. So the only hope for white is to play knight e5, take back with one of the pawns and play f3, trapping the knight. But you can't trap the knight because if this pawn takes, you have knight c5. And if this pawn takes, you have knight g5. He'd have to play h4, knight e5, knight e5 takes, f3. If he does all that, you know, black blunders a piece, then black's probably still winning. Just leaves his knight there, takes back on e4 with a passed pawn with an extra pawn, and white has no counterplay. So if black blunders a piece, he's probably still winning. Also, the g pawn's hanging in my variation. So I need more preparatory moves to do that. So it's really hard for black to do anything that's bad. Black's going to put his bishop here or here, rook c8, trade all the rooks, and then they shake hands, and they both die of coronavirus. Who's winning now? Let's see. What can I vote for? Smurfo, Fries, America, Komodo. Is the voting over? All right. Okay, knight e5. He's going to take that. Now, after takes, as I said, you have to worry your knight's getting trapped. But after here, your knight has an escape square. And after here, your knight has an escape square. So the knight's not going to get trapped. And he's not really worried about knight c6 because the queen has two good squares. This square actually hangs the queen to knight e7 check. This square makes more sense, obviously. Queen f6. I think he's going to take the knight. And I'm actually not sure which way he'll take back. Which pawn he'll take back with, I don't know. I would definitely take the knight because trading all the pieces makes the win easier when you're up a piece. He's also at 5 minutes on the clock. One thing that surprised me this match is in more than one game, Smurfo has a time advantage. If I was the engine, that's one of the advantages. The engine sees billions and billions, and the human goes, duh, and is still playing faster. So I don't know. The answer is Fries subscribe. Good.
So you think he's going to take the knight?
Yes.
But
Yeah, because if the knight's here, he might blunder
Oh,
something.
he did.
Yeah, you don't want to blunder. Like, oh, the computer went there, I missed
Was
it.
that you or who?
No, I didn't do it. If it's me, it'll be a weird collar.
But then they get to get rid of their isolated pawn.
Right, but he'd probably take with that way. Right, but see, the thing is, you're talking about things that are important when it's equal.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're winning, you forget everything you know about chess. Now, you have to make sure your opponent doesn't make a winning move. So, if your opponent gives you an isolated pawn, it doesn't matter because you're up a knight. Nothing matters except him blundering. If he's like, oh my God, I played here and I missed queen takes knight, that would be bad. Mm-hmm. Okay, there's a lot of blunders here. Like that's a blunder, that's a blunder, that's a blunder, there's like 15 blunders here. If he doesn't make one of those moves, he's always winning.
Yeah.
He can't get outplayed. There's no pawn breaks. There's no like, oh, he's gonna trade queens and get his rook to the 7th rank and beat me. Now trade queens and lose even more. So the only way to lose is to blunder. So by trading pieces, it's not optimal play from a computer point of view, but from a human point of view, it makes it really easy to win. And this is especially important when there's no time on the clock. Okay? So he played bishop here because if his bishop's here or here, what if the guy takes it? It's illegal, but still scary. Here, if he takes it, you take back. Mm-hmm. So you just make sure you can't possibly blunder. Then you win because it's winning. You're up a piece. It's just winning. And the idea that I had that we would play f3 trapping the knight, and I prefaced it with h4, so the knight can't go to g5, right? That doesn't work because then the g3 pawn's hanging. This pawn. So he just played f3 right away. Now you know black's going to win because never play f3. Okay, so the knight's going to sit on f7. Then we're going to play rook c8. We're going to trade all the rooks on the c file. If we don't trade all the rooks on the c file, we're just going to double rooks on the c file and take over the c file. Right. So this is just very easy win. It's just easy. The engine actually says these are equally good because they're both so winning. Yeah, that's the human move, obviously. And there's just nothing white can do. White has no tricks. It's not like white has, So the people who are programming Komodo to play the opening are doing it wrong. Okay? And that's because they don't have a chess player on their team. They have Larry Kaufman, GM. Okay? Larry Kaufman's number like 3,000 in the world, and I'm being nice because he's not that good. So what they need to do is talk to people who are good at chess and say, how do we get Komodo to get to move 40 and nothing's happened? And then Smurfo has 2 minutes left, and then we start doing stuff. But instead, Komodo is making the game play quickly and trading. So what Komodo needs to do is some kind of double fianchetto. He has to get out of theory on move 1. He's got to play b3, g3, bishop b2, bishop g2, d3, castle, and then do nothing. Make no action. Let black overextend, or black can do nothing, white can do nothing, and at some point, you hope Smurfo has 2 minutes on his clock and nothing's happened. Now when Smurfo has 2 minutes on his clock, there's no pieces on the board, right? I can play this position in 10 seconds. There's nothing happening here. White can never make a threat. So I triple on the c file. I play rook c6. I play queen c7. I play rook c8. And I play rook c2. And white can do nothing. He's all talk and a badge. Look at this. You see this?
Nope.
Terrible.
But no, why did the rook move there?
What do you want him to do? There's nothing to do. That's what I'm saying is I'm making fun of his play. There's nothing he can do.
Yeah.
Now, if I put a white knight on c3, right? I don't think white's better. I don't think white's better if white had his knight. Why? Black's position is a perfectly cromulent position. Yeah. This says Kaufman's rated 10,000 in the world among active players, 23,000 of all players, and he's a grandmaster. You know why he's a grandmaster, right? We talked about this. Mm-hmm. Why?
He won some tournament.
He won the World Senior. Yeah, he's like 2,300.
I remember some stuff. We had an all talking a badge emote, but Ben didn't like that one.
Yeah, what you need to do is have nothing happen for 40 moves. Here it's move 20. We're trading minor pieces and the center's blocked and white has no plan. And that happened in the previous game. They were trading. Very bad. Very bad. And they needed somebody to tell Komodo how to play the opening. And Komodo's playing E4 and D4 and C4. And then Smerdon's playing theory that he knows, and he's up a knight. It's theory with an extra knight. Boo! Etc. Sorry.
No, I was going to say we should look at some of the old emotes and see if any can be put back.
You can put them all back.
No, it's your
Ross
stream.
Violic over here.
You have to like them.
Over where? Isn't Ross Violic in Budapest or something? What? Isn't he in Czechia? Bam! Got him good. Go, Ross. Go. Let's see. This is very instructive. Good. Let Karen talk a bit. Good talk, Karen.
I talk.
There you go.
Oh, there's something to say.
Yeah, he played Rook C7. Good. Yeah. He was hoping for Bishop A6, stopping Bishop Rook C8, that he could repeat. Man, he gained some more time on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely going to go here. He didn't even care about that because it doesn't matter.
Well, if he goes Rook C8 and then he goes Bishop A6, then what will the...
He'd go Rook C2 then. That's what he's looking at now.
I see.
He's worried his Rook will get trapped. Like the Bishop could go here. Ooh, Bishop A4. That's even better. I like Bishop A4.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a good move.
Yeah.
That's much better than my move. God damn, that move's annoying. Yeah. No, this is just like, I mean, this isn't competitive. This is like the first game was an outlier, and now he's just rolling the computer of every game, and they're not competitive. This game's not a competitive game. It's not like, wow, Komodo's good, he's going to win down a piece. This is like, why is Komodo spying this guy a piece of the same strength? And that's because Komodo's playing the wrong openings every game. It's got to play like double Fianchetto and do nothing. Get him out of prep immediately.
Mr. Popezilla, I'm going to redo that double up emote. That was no good. It wasn't that great. But I liked the all talking the badge one. So maybe I can talk Ben into bringing that one back.
Yeah, just put it back. You don't have to talk to me anyway. Just do it. Okay. Yeah, I've never been so mad at Komodo. Remember, don't buy Komodo because look how bad it plays. Oh, wait a minute. Go Komodo.
Yeah.
Yeah, very. I've never. Look at the time situation. Before the match, if you told me it's move 22 and Smurfo has 9 minutes and Komodo has 3 minutes, I wouldn't believe you. That's not believable. What? Rook A1, confusing Karen.
Yeah.
His rook was attacked. What do you want? What do you want? Right, you gotta go somewhere. Yeah. Do you think he'll play double up on the bubble up or Rook C2? Those are the only options.
Rook C2.
Agreed. After Rook C2, Queen D1 pins the rook, but Rook G2 check wins the queen. So that doesn't work. Why Komodo played Rook A1? Well, what do you want him to do? His position sucks. Yeah, this is just terrible. Is the GM? The GM is it's the name of the stream. Mm-hmm. GM Smerdon. He's an Australian semi-retired chess grandmaster who's an economics professor in Australia.
Wait, what's his first name?
David Smerdon.
Oh, yeah, we just got his book from New in Chess. Just by happenstance yesterday in the mail, we had ordered them.
Yeah, these games aren't competitive. The first game, Smerdon was doing great. He hung a knight. See, the thing is, once material's about equal, or Smerdon's like plus 0.5, he's going to lose. I understand that. But the next 3 games, it was like the Blair Witch Project. Nothing happened, and we're all sad at the end. It's ridiculous.
Maybe he coincided this match
Mm-hmm.
with the release of his book. I'll
Yay!
give him a little promotion here.
Mm-hmm. Very little. He's gonna swindle the computer. Yeah. He's gonna swindle it by turning it off. How'd this odds match come about? I don't know. Driving to Virginia to visit Bob. These Twitch emotes on an iPhone 4.
Wait, what?
Josh is being silly. No, Shafoni. Can you stop slandering his name? Wait, whose name am I slandering? What? I want to slander him more. Who is it? Blair Witch 2. Do you think Magnus would beat Smerdon with night odds? Probably not, but he would have a better chance than Komodo.
Is it Smerdon? I've been saying Smerdon. That's probably wrong.
I don't know.
Smerdon.
I don't know how
I
to
just
say
made something up.
Yeah. I don't know how much Smerdon's getting. He's like, he doesn't care. He just wants to. People on Twitter were telling us he's going to lose 6-0. So he's going to throw it in their face. He's going to bake some humble pie. God damn. Yes?
Just let me speak for one moment. Avalanche 321 is very concerned about where my beer is. It's right here.
Okay, so once again, Komodo's played a terrible move. After A5, which is excellent, he played Rook C1. And then, come on. I mean, I would expect with this time on the clocks that Karen would be Komodo here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'd
No.
be confident of victory?
No.
Why not?
Very good.
You're up a night, and nothing's happening.
I know.
It's up a night. It's going to be Queen Bishop at night.
If I had 2 hours, then
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, you'd win. Yeah,
And then
you
time
can't-
control would be an issue.
That's right. If Komodo was playing on AMD, then we'd see a different match. Buy AMD products. Exactly. Yeah.
The stream is not sponsored by Komodo.
Although Anonymous could be Komodo, I don't know. You know, but I don't.
Yeah.
How can it be 7 minutes to 1 minute? How can the Komodo have 1 minute?
That is strange.
Is Komodo choking on its own rage? What's happening here? Like, what's Komodo doing? Like, damn, this sucks.
I wonder if it's built in just to make it look more like it's human, but it already knows what it's going to play. That's what I'm wondering.
No, it's just, they have to fire everybody. No, definitely Magnus would do better than Komodo because Magnus would make the game last forever waiting for Smurfo to blunder on move 50 or 60. He wouldn't be trading, having no play. This is just awful.
Jay McGrath says Komodo's doing his laundry.
Yeah. That would explain it. Yeah. Frankly, terrible. F4. Good. So the question is, will he trade it off on the bubble up, or will he play Rook C2 and play aggressive? Or G5. God damn. G5 looks good to me. I mean, against Komodo, I would never play G5. Never. I mean, he'll play G5 eventually because his knight's here, so he will. But, he might trade all the rooks off first. I mean, Rook C2 has to be better than Rook takes Rook, but, they both win.
I would think Rook C2.
The engine says Bishop here, Queen here, get in there. Like, let me tell you how bad White's position is. And this is serious. If we put a White knight here,
Yeah.
I would take Black here. Black's position's better if White does have a knight. That's not good. Even like a knight here, Bishop. I think Black's just better here. Terrible.
We'll go Smerdon.
He did that blunder again where he moves instantly because he expected that. Terrible. So he could play G5, which he won't, or he can triple up on the bubble up, which he will. Now, even if you're in Tennessee, I guarantee he'll play that move. The guarantee's not void in Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's how much I think he's going to play this move. Yeah. Queen C7. Mandos11 subscribed. Yeah, why does Komodo have a minute and Smurfo has 5.5? What's going on here? Komodo doesn't believe in fortresses or something. All right, the more you donate, the more fun I'll make of Komodo. Yeah, making fun of a non-sentient being. I showed that thing. I have the same number. I have more viewers than chess. I have the most viewers.
Yay.
Yeah, of all streamers, even the ones I don't know who they are. Well, not Penguin. Penguin still got me. But he streams on Lee Chess. I've never even heard of that
I forgot who
platform.
Penguin is.
Andrew Tang.
Oh.
Andrew Tang would do better than Komodo. Come on. Oh, snap. Smerdon's like, I'm just going to trade all the rooks, whatever, Now, will Smerdon defend this rook with his queen? Okay, or he'll trade, yeah. And then queen d7 is very likely. Very likely. Very likely. Queen d7. See how he's not moving here? He's thinking about it.
Yeah, what is there to think about?
I don't know. Horrible. I think queen d7. That's my prediction. After he takes this. Then we got to challenge the c file and get in there. Queen d7. I have spoken. Rawr. Man, 5 minutes to 1. Komodo is my 1 o'clock class. See, he played queen here, like I said. Now he's going to play queen here. And here, the queens are off. He's going to trade queens now. Yeah, the queens are off. You can't let the queen go here and then not take it. So he has to take the queen now. He's up a knight. I'm so mad. Rawr. It's good to be up a knight. Frankly, terrible. So this move gives white more weaknesses because one of these pawns is going to be weak and we can remaneuver our knight. We can try to break through on both sides. Maybe Smerdon's going to win on time. I don't know. There would be no Tennessee. Wins every... What? Texas? Smurfo? Komodo... Man, look at Komodo losing on time on purpose. Oh, I lost on time. Darn. This is really weird that Komodo... This is move 30. How does Komodo have less than 30 seconds? What's happening? What, how can this be happening? Now, I understand he's playing bad, but what's this with the time situation? What, he's going to lose on time now? What's going on?
I don't know.
There's something going on here that's weird. What? Why did that take so long to make a random legal move? Rawr, I'm mad.
I don't feel like it's programmed very well.
Damn! Karen got that bitch slap in. She's a programmer. So what the guy's going to do, he's going to put his knight on a7 and play bishop b5. So he's going to go like here, 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 bishop b5. I don't know if Komodo's going to trade bishops. And then, bishop and knight come in. Or Komodo's going to lose on time before that happens. I don't know. Confused. Also, etc. Thanks for chess lectures. Good, good. What's happening? Wow. He moved with less than 1 second left. What?
Crazy.
It's funny. I didn't look at this, but it plays my plan. Knight a7. So you put the knight here, put the bishop there. Yeah. And then black's king can break through on both sides. So once this bishop is gone, we move our king over here, and when white moves his king over there, the knight comes in. So this is what black wants to do. Okay, trade the bishops. King goes here. The king goes here to stop him. Then my knight, wins everything because I'm winning on both sides of the board. And so white can't trade bishops, but then white's bishop's going to have to hide over here from black's bishop. So that's not good. Then I can put pressure on this pawn with my knight on c6. The king has to defend it, and then I just walk in at the end. QED. You agree?
That all seems reasonable.
Yeah. The good thing about black's position is black can make 40 moves in 1 second. Just like here, 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 here. And get this huge, have 15 minutes left. If black wanted to, he gets a 15 minutes before he made a pawn move. Good, good.
C.L. Smith with your obscure Beatles reference.
I don't even know what I said. Yeah. I make a lot of references and don't note it. Oh, you got to hide your bishop away. Oh, he said it, not me. Yeah. Komodo. What?
Boo, boo, boo. Now, Corona Gambit, if you had a sub, you could use the beautiful Boo Ben emote.
Eh? H5, he put it in H.
Yeah.
A move I never would have considered ever.
People showing off their
But he has a plan.
sub power.
He has an idea. I wouldn't have played H5, but it doesn't matter.
Wow.
He figured out what he's going to do. Adam gave 1 sub to Corona Gambit. Thanks, Adam.
Oh, thank you, Adam. Now you don't have to type boo anymore.
H5 is weird because you don't want to block it up, but he just doesn't care. Go Smerdon. So here's what Smerdon's plan is. He's going to take with the F pawn if he takes the knight. He's going to move his king here and play G5 and king here and get his king in and stop the pawn with his bishop. That's his plan. Very strange plan. Yeah, so this is what he was going to do. He was going to take with F pawn and then move king here and then move here and then move here and then move here. And then actually he can go here, here, here. And I can stop him, but this pawn's strong.
Yeah, that seems
Oh no,
scary.
but I can go here. No, it's okay. Yeah, and then if you ever move your king and go here, I'm just in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, and then plus 800 trillion. But that's a weird plan. That could have been his plan. I don't know what his plan was. I guess he thinks his king can come in here and he can't be stopped because he thinks that white can't block it up. He's probably right. I think he's just right. I think I can just win by like moving my king in here and you can't stop it. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. See, the thing is, if, like, let's say I let you block it up like this, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, then I go here, and then even if I don't win your pawn, let's say I don't win your pawn, now I can sack my bishop, and then I win. And then I come in and I win. Yeah. And you can see the engine evaluation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he knew that was winning. So he was like, all right. Probably the other way wins too, but it's trickier. All right. So he didn't take the knight, which was correct. Played here. Yeah, he's just trying to take this bishop so he can win the way that I said. Move his king over there and win. Right. So he did everything right. Yeah, you can't give up the G pawn, but you can't not give up the G pawn. Yeah. That's why he had that huge think, was he figured that all out. Well, you can't give that away, but you can't take that. So he gave it away. It's tough being down a knight a whole game. Damn. Harsh. Is he going to lose on time? Come on, you're an engine. Wow. He had like 0.1. Damn.
I'm just reading the chat.
How do you submit custom emotes for Ben? Karen at atlchessclub.com that you can click delete.
I believe I've only ever accepted one submission, and that was from Meepex. Thank
Yay.
you, Meepex. Most of the time they get rejected. I have some badges I'm probably going to accept from Berenson. Thank you, Berenson, if you're there.
Always play bishop f1. Good.
Yeah, we need badges. I know we need badges. Popezilla. They are coming. What are the rejection criteria? I don't know. They just need to look good. Even yours, which I liked very much, I tweaked. I'm picky about the emotes. Even chess.com. Oh my God, they sent us some really ugly emotes one time.
Was bishop c4 bad? It doesn't matter. Every move wins. No move is bad. Every move is good for black. All moves are bad for white. That's my analysis. Whatever black does, he's going to win. Whatever white does, he's going to lose. Analysis over. The Harry... See, we don't when we have grandmasters play, I'm doing commentary for like the Singfield Cup or World Championship. This is resigned a long time ago. We don't analyze this because it's silly. This is just playing on, and the game's over. The Harry 27 subscribed. Good.
Yay.
Every move wins for black. Every move loses for white. That's my analysis. Good analysis.
This is the last.
He'll take with the king, and he'll play king b. I mean, I've never been so mad. There's no stalemate because the king can always go here and here. That's funny. He played bishop here. The king can't approach the bishop. See the white king?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the king can't go to these squares because I said so.
Mm-hmm.
That means king f3, king e3, the rest of the game. So Smerdon, unlike the first game, is wondering after taking back, is there any pawn breaks? And the answer is no. So he can always take back either way. God damn. So that makes it real easy to win. Very easy. And then some. He doesn't want the bishop to come here and win all the pawns. But if the bishop does come in there and win all the pawns, black is still winning. So it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So c'est pas différence. Man, this is like stalemate over here, but it's not. It's like stalemate. I have the most viewers. Who is the sponsor? We have 2 anonymous sponsors plus Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew. Go Dr. Drew.
Mm-hmm.
Man, king b3, king takes b2 is annoying. And I know annoying. Oh, snap. Bishop takes e4. Frankly, terrible. A very one-sided match after game 1. It was just 3 games where Komodo had no hope. Now he'll get the diamond formation. You'll like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, diamonds. And he'll go here, recommended by me. Also here, recommended by me. Yeah, he could get like 5 queens now if he wants. Or maybe with bishop and knight. Whatever. Man, truth hurts. Well, you don't resign. God damn. Oh man, he won't even like sack his queen for the pawn. He stops it. That's so mean. And he's like a queen here, and a queen here, and so forth. Mainly and so forth. GM should bring 10 queen. Damn. He's so mean, this guy. He just has to make sure he never stalemates.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't really a factor here. He has mate in 2, or he can get 4 queens. He decided on mate in 2. Yay. All right, Karen, ready? How many mates in 1 does black have? Mate in 1.
Let's see. There's 1. 2. That's not a right. Let's see, 3.
I can't believe C.L. Smith saw that. That was good.
3.
So some people are saying more than there are because they don't know what mate is. Like they think this is mate and it's not. Okay. So the answer that I have, I'm not sure I'm right, is 5.
Oh.
So if you said 5, that's the answer I got. I'm not saying there are 5. That's the answer I got. Okay, 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
That's 1.
2, this is the hard one.
Okay, I didn't count.
3, this is the really hard one,
Oh, I didn't count that one.
right? Then 4,
That one is.
and then 5.
That one is.
I don't see any other ones.
Oh, okay.
They like to see mates that aren't there. They're like, why isn't this mate? And I'm like, well, it's not. Yeah. Queen F7. Right. Yeah, so it's 5, I think.
Darn.
Queen A. Yeah, this one and this one are really hard.
Yeah.
Like that's hard.
I was
Those are-
never gonna get.
right.
Queen
That's
A5.
2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5. So I think there's 5. If you see one that I don't see, let me know. A4,
Or Queen E4.
F7, E7, E7, H1, H8. If you see one I didn't see, then let me know. So that's 5. Other queen to e7. Right, there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 5 I see.
Ashton just tells joke after joke.
Queen h6. Oh, that's a legal move. I don't know. Only 5. I only see 5. There could be other ones. I don't know. What can I tell you? Lines. Can I get more than 3? No, all right. There's another mate, but I won't tell you what it is. Queen c7. Let's see. How many stalemates? Well, how many stalemates? There's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, look at this one. 15. Look at that one. Mm-hmm. That's a tough one. And then it might just be 15. Did I miss one? I think there's just 15. Just.
They said, would Archie get that? You mean Archer? Yeah, he would get it. He would get all the mates.
Maybe they mean somebody who's Archie.
Maybe.
Yeah. We couldn't beat it at exchange odds. That was tried before with me and Hikaru. Yeah, exchange odds. I mean, like, it's not even clear who's better. Rawr. All right. This is not mate, even though you're saying it is. A lot of people think this is mate. Like half the chat does. That's not mate. So
right.
This one is mate. This one is not.
I didn't count that one.
Yeah. No, but a lot of people just, when you say that there's mate, they either see way too few like that and they give up, mm-hmm. or they just think oh, that's mate and that's mate and that's mate. They just, they don't know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. 3-1 Smurfo is correct. All right. It says that Komodo rage quit. Damn. What time is it, Karen? You know what time it is?
9:14.
No.
What?
It's time for another train. That's what time it is. Let's get the train going. Let's go, bitches. Get that train going. Now, yesterday, I said I predicted the match would be a tie at 3-3.
Yeah.
And they were like 6-0, and you're the dumbest grandmaster in that room, and I hate you, and I'm going to come to your house and kill you if there wasn't a quarantine. And, now 3-3 is wrong for the other reason. Could be 3-3. Hello. 100 centidues from Grungewort.
Thank you, Grungewort.
I mean, a night is a night. You can't be spotting a night. God damn. It's a night. You said 3-3 or 4-2. No, but there was a vote where you click and I click tie. No, I said I wouldn't be surprised if either side won 4-2 or 3-3. I said if it's 5-1 either way or 5, that's ridiculous. It shouldn't be like a big score. Now, if Smerdon wins 5-1, that's shocking to me. But it's the other. I mean, Komodo's not going to win 5-1. So, yay, train Nespa. Very good. 100 centidues, 201 centidues, etc. Knights are good. Unimpressive from Komodo. God damn. All right, we need one more thing. If we have enough, it could be there's not enough time between trains. So let's have another 100 centidues to find out.
Hi, Brazil.
Another train. Smurfo is online. Says he's trash talking.
Taking a break.
Man, Naroditsky's playing somebody higher rated than him. David Paravan, I guess. Good. Mm-hmm. They're not paying attention to this very important match. Very important. I guess we can't have another train because it was too early. Because people give enough money for it. Boo. In too good of shape. You didn't go to the doctor, did you, Honky Blood? He did not.
Hey, Honky Blood.
100 centidues anyway. The more you donate, the more money we have.
Yeah, there might not have been enough time.
There isn't because people are donating enough to do it.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's forget the train because that train left the station. Let's go to this Komodo Smerdon Saturday sub goals. We need 55 subs to meet our goals. 1,800 subs. The more subs you donate, the more subs we have. Then you don't have to watch commercials. Terrible, frankly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the commercials are horrible.
Still online.
I've been subless before. It's definitely...
Actually, I'm following him. So will his game just pop up?
It did last time, didn't it?
Yeah, will it just pop up again? Could you beat a 2,100 with a night odds in a match? Now, Primogenitor, you know what he did wrong in that sentence? He typoed the word queen and put the word knight. That's a very typical blunder on his part. Yeah. Stockfish. Don't play chess. Komodo by Kaufman. Well, you didn't put GM in quotes. See, that was your problem. Better at swindling than Komodo, obviously. Yeah, I'm always losing. Komodo's never losing. So I'm always down a piece. I don't care. So Komodo's like, why am I down a piece? Ridiculous. All right, frankly, terrible. A good match would be Larry Kaufman versus his son. Now, for $1 trillion, Karen, what's Larry Kaufman's son's name? About 2350.
Alan?
Alan? No, that's somebody else.
Oh, I don't know.
The correct answer is Raymond. Raymond Kaufman.
I was never going to get that.
Come on. That's why you get $1 trillion if you're right. If you get one of these right, we'll be rich. Rich! I ever met a celebrity? Rasp, I did look in the mirror yesterday, so yes. Oh, snap. I got him good. It's a sub-only chat. All right, what's going on here? Nobody's playing. Future 2700. Boo. I've seen his handle before.
This chat looks like a sub-only chat. It does look like a lot of people.
Yeah, there's a
have
lot of subs. It's true.
There definitely are. Thank you to all you sub givers, Adam Wallace especially, and others too.
This was the first game, Danix 92, and Smurfo won with extra queens. Smurfo's up 3-1. This was a pretty easy victory. Let me complain about Komodo's play. Okay, so Bishop G5 is a really terrible move because you don't want to trade off the pieces. And then in this position, Knight E5 is a terrible move. I mean, when I say terrible, for the purposes, I'm down a piece. I got to get the guy in time trouble. That ain't doing it. Yeah, and then I don't like F3 or H4, but that's all right. And then okay, I mean it's just over. There's no play. Yeah, and then okay, nothing happened. So the way to win this end game here, assuming he takes the knight in this position, now taking either way wins. I would take this way because I like my bishop going here. Is well now my king can go to D5, so I have many ways to win. Yeah, I mean the king can go to D5, you can't stop me. When the king's on D5 and your king is on here defending your D pawn, you can't move your king because I'll take the D pawn, and I have 1 billion tempo moves. So you're going to move your king eventually because you run out of pawn moves. Mm-hmm. So that's an easy way to win. I mean, you could also win just by coming through here, but he could try to stop you. Like, see if he stops you like that, got to stop you somehow. Yeah. And it's going to announce mate. I guarantee it. Like, 14.
Yeah.
It's 12. Wow. I was wrong again. Yeah, because you can't hold this pawn. And if it was black's move here, I go here. If it's black's move here, I go here. Mm-hmm. Like you can't keep your king here.
Yeah. Yay, Twitchy subscribed.
Go Twitchy. All right. Let's see. Are they playing yet?
He felt left out.
Go Twitchy. We're close to 1,800, but not too close.
Yeah, we don't know where Smurfo went, Adam Wallace.
He's online, it says. We just saw your Lev Albert lecture. Good. Yeah, if you go to the Chess Center YouTube page or my YouTube page, dozens, thousands, billions, scores of lectures every day.
Actually, there's one more coming out today.
And on both channels.
On the Chess Club channel, and it's the last one, and then we're caught up with editing, so we'll have to figure something out.
Did Smurfo go for a smoke break? It says Adam Wallace. Yeah, it was either Smurfo or Komodo. I don't know. Smurfo is GM David Smerdon, as it says in the title of this lecture. Yeah. Cheston, a YouTube page is better than your YouTube page. No.
Yeah, we only have one more coming out, and Spencer had to do some fancy editing to get it going. It's a great player of the past, but I can't remember who it is. Do you remember?
What's your question?
The last lecture that we have is coming out today.
Great player of the past?
It's a Ben lecture.
I don't know.
It's not well. Which
Will you
one?
lecture from home?
February 11th.
No, we always lecture from the chess center, which is our other home. It was good. Lev Albert.
There's one more. Darn.
But sometimes when I do great players of the past and the people have barely heard of them or have heard of them, they think that they're dead. It doesn't mean that they're dead. Like we had Short and Albert and Sarawan, just means they're old. Sarawan 60, Albert 70, I think. Short's at least 50, at least. We just did Short because he was here. Yeah, people who were good 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years ago. It doesn't mean... Like we could do Nakamura now, for example, because he was good 9 years ago and now he's not. But we'll wait. We'll see if he does well in the online tournament. Yeah. Well, I was a great player who never was. Like, no, Yasser died. It says of the past. No.
Darn, who is that? Who did you do on February 11th? That's who's coming out. Probably at midnight tonight.
February 11th, that's 2 months ago. I don't know.
It's a lost lecture in a way. Spencer was not happy, but I told him he had to fix the problems. And he did fix. He did great. So I saved that lecture.
That's right. He Warlord got it. Also Lord of War.
Recently streamed.
Are they playing yet? No?
It does.
I'm seeing who the top players are. They don't scare me too much. How come this IM I never heard of is 3,000 rated? God damn.
Up and coming?
Pretty good rating. All right, we need to try for the train again. Let's see what happens. Could work. I don't know. What a snooze. Let's go. Adam Wallace is mad. He's never been so mad in his life. He's always a little mad.
Yeah, I get that impression.
Man, we're losing viewers by the dozens. We'll have to do Karen trivia. I'll ask Karen a trivia question, then she'll ask me one. Ready? Okay. What's the subject? Ancient Egyptian algebra.
You're asking me an ancient...
That's the category. That's for Futurama. Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. No one asked you, Karen. No. 100 centidues.
He knows it's true. You know it's true,
See
Adam
what I
Wallace.
mean? Pandemonium from
your
Ben.
number.
Pandemonium. Oh, you never heard the word pandemonium? I say pandemonium because I'm kidding. Pandemonium was a word that was used a lot in the 80s when they talked about professional wrestling. So it's pandemonium in the ring. They did that a lot. 100 centidues. Every answer has to be in the form of an opera. That's right.
I went to see
Man, this guy knows his Futurama.
I went to see wrestling one time.
Yeah? What happened? Was it wrestling? Were they wrestling for the troops?
It was filmed. It was right here in Atlanta.
Well, yeah. The Chase Park Plaza used to have wrestling in that hotel.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, it was televised. Yeah. That was where they had wrestling. I mean, 40 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, Smurfo's still online, it says. And still not playing. Let's see. Great players of the past on Twitch during COVID.
Yeah, I saw
Mean Gene Okerlund.
I saw Lex Luger. And who was the other guy with the blonde hair? Really?
Dusty Rhodes?
No, not Sting.
Wait, what happened?
Sting, maybe.
Sting? You sure he wasn't at a rock concert? Okay, Knight F3 was played by Komodo. And finally, those guys listen to me. They must be watching the stream. Grandmaster Feingold says, let's not play D4, C4, E4 anymore.
Wasn't
Correct.
Hulk Hogan. That was a different league.
Correct.
Wasn't in the same league.
Very good. B3
WWF.
double exclam. GG. All right. Okay, Smurfo resigned. The game's up. No. Very good. Ric Flair, that's possible. He's blonde.
Yeah, I went more than once. I saw Ric Flair.
All right, he's still playing the Dutch. He's playing the double Dutch because he's black. Oh, snap. I'll never get in trouble for that joke. Never. What an easy opening I should learn. You mean this, and this? Yeah. See, a lot of people who play the French and the Dutch, they play E6 on move 1, whether you play e4 or d4. Then if it goes d4, e6, and you don't play e4, they play f5, and this way they play the Dutch and avoid some gambits and weird lines. So if you're playing the Dutch, one way to do it is to play e6 on move 1, but you have to be willing to play the French. And the players in Michigan, which Jeff Ashton knows, but you don't, David Whitehouse and Wes Berger, this is from the 1960s and 70s, that was their repertoire. Okay, and I think even Deepak Aaron might do that. See, it sort of goes together, the French and the Dutch, if you play e6 in the Dutch and don't play the Leningrad Dutch. CXQE subscribed. Good, good. What's my favorite South Park episode? Then Scott Herman Must Die. I haven't seen enough South Park episodes to opine.
It was WCW.
What? Yeah, it could be. Yeah. Who's the girl next to you? You talking to her or me? All right. So if you remember last game, I said Komodo should fee and kettle both bishops. Then look what he's doing. See, fee and kettle both bishops. This is what I said it should do. Mm-hmm. This is my recommendation. So you guys think like the reason it took so long between games is they were watching my stream and they reprogrammed Komodo to do that? Probably. Reprogramming it takes like 5 seconds, I guess. Mm-hmm.
Oh, here it is.
The more you donate, the more I'll tell you what the opening will be next game.
Oh, sorry. The Tartakower. Tartakower lecture.
Sutherly Tartakower? Mm-hmm. Good, good.
That's coming out, I think, today. Maybe at midnight? I'm not sure. Soon.
Komodo's watching this stream and told the programmers to reprogram it. Good, good. Would Ginger GM beat Komodo? God damn. I don't think so. Even with night odds. Yeah, that'd be a better match. They got Magnus on the phone. 100 centidues. Hooray. The more you donate, the more money we have. We need somebody to donate exactly 50 subs. We got to get to 1,800. Don't make it be me. I can't afford it. Go, everybody. Carlson always uses the fine gold defense. So for reasons I don't understand, Komodo's thinking forever in every opening. The programmer should be fired.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Now, when you play the Stonewall before White's played D4, White shouldn't play D4.
Yeah.
White should be playing E4 and C4. Now, the problem is I can't play D3, knight D2 because I have no knight. Mm-hmm. Damn. But I'm supposed to play D3, and I'm supposed to hammer him on the white squares. This is the game. Now, what White should do, like if I was White, is you don't do anything. So like C4, D3, and then just move around a lot. Don't trade. Don't play knight E5. Don't play just do nothing. Okay? So C4, then move these 4 pieces like 40 times in a row. And when Smurfo has less than a minute, then trick him because you're a computer. But I don't know if Komodo's going to do that or just play normal and try to get a slight advantage by trading pieces. Terrible. Yeah, ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So far, Komodo's best game. Good job, Komodo. Maybe that's why it took so long between games. They're like, we got to fix this. Not sure why Komodo's playing so slowly. Go, Komodo.
Mr. Popezilla says, last night we had to get to 1,700.
That's right.
When does it ever end?
It never ends. This is the stream that doesn't end. It just goes on and on, my friend. You're not singing. Some people started saying that the stream would end.
I was singing something, but I'm not
There we
saying
go.
that.
But it's your favorite song. Go the engine, but mainly go the human. Man, White can't do Vishwa nothing. If only White had this knight here, it would be great. These are the subs that doesn't end. Good, good. There's only one emote that explains this position correctly, and that's this one. Bam! Gotcha, bitch. I mean, Danny, bitch. I mean, Danny, bitch. Yay. Oh, he wears the dunce cap. The cap should say bitch. That's what it should say. Yeah.
Love you, Danny.
Or we could have it say bic, which is, Latin for generosity. I messed the joke up. Yay, go Danny. What Komodo playing so slow? Now remember, you never want to play d4 here. Terrible. You want to play d3, stopping the knight from going here, right? And later, white wants to play e4, busting this up. Now, because there's no pressure here, Smerdon might play this way, which he did do the first game, instead of the usual, boo, boo, boo. That's an awful move. That's just terrible. God. There we go. All right, now, he really took that? Or is that me?
Yeah,
I think I did that.
Oh.
I'm so mad if he did that.
Wait, what?
No, he didn't do that.
This happened.
Yeah, so he's got to play f4. There is no other move. If he doesn't play f4, I'm stopping the stream. He's got to play f4. If he doesn't play f4, I'm going to write a letter to my congressman. Who's our congressman?
Some horrible people. Who knows?
Exactly. Yeah.
We're in Georgia.
Exactly. 1,000,000% it has to play f4. You know what the second best move is? Is here. Back. That's the second best. All right, what's going on here? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I already saw that. Boo! D4 is terrible. Yeah, they need new programmers.
No, why don't you like D4 because it blocks?
Oh, God. No, you got to play you got to play f4. You got to mix it up. Mm-hmm. This is just going to lead to trades, terrible trades. Yeah, that's the worst move I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of moves. So black's going to play queen e7. You follow me? Mm-hmm. Then trade these bishops, okay? And then trade these knights. And then white doesn't have any pieces left. Mm-hmm. Horrible. That's just awful. I'm so mad. Let's see what the chat's saying in the other chat. They're saying Ben's a genius. Ben's right. No, wait, they're not saying that. Yeah, no, knight here is terrible. D4 is terrible. These are bad moves. A5, good. This is a normal Dutch that Smurfo knows. This is like D4 was played on move 1. See, when the pawn was here, if we never move the center pawns, that's not a position Smurfo's familiar with. It's not a regular Dutch. So once white plays D4, we're just back into like stuff that he knows. So terrible. So this is great because the way for whites to get an advantage here, for example, I don't know, Feingold, Dmitry Gurevich, U.S. Championship 1994 in Key West, right? You can find that game on the internet. Is eventually white plays like F3, E4, and black plays G5, and it's complicated, and eventually I win. But okay, we got no knight. So you can't be like playing F3, E4, and trade, so you got no knight. So D4 was terrible. You got to keep these pawns back. A good example is when Kasparov was down 12-11 to Karpov in the World Championship match, like the third or fourth match. Then he did nothing with white. He played a ready, and he moved around and around, and he beat him in like 50 moves. But he never moved his center pawns because, watch it. And by the game going 37 hours, eventually he beat Karpov, tied the match, retaining his title, etc. Mainly, etc. All right, now, did you guys donate 50 subs yet? Not yet? All right. I never thought I'd see a match between a computer and a human, and they start with 15 minutes, and the computer never moves. I mean, the human never moving, that's, imagine if Komodo was playing Grishuk. It would be move 12, Grishuk has 20 seconds. Now you're talking. But I mean, the Komodo never moves. Is this like the Grishuk version of Komodo? What's going on here? Come on. Frankly, terrible. And you want to opine? On the beer, on anything, the book?
Well, I ran out of beer.
Some like shows that you like, Tiger King.
Let me see what Smerdon's doing here.
All right, E3, another bad move. Very bad. E3. Boo.
When is the next episode of Tiger King coming out?
Nobody knows. Man, he tried to... What is this? What's this thing he pasted? He pasted some exchange French. That's my game with Dmitry Gurevich from the U.S. Open in 1994, Mr. Popezilla. I said the U.S. Championship. That's a different tournament. You posted the game. I played him in August. This game was played in November, and it was in Key West, the U.S. Championship. You did the U.S. Open in suburban Chicago. Terrible. Frankly, terrible. Probably in 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to get to 40,000 followers on the channel. Good channel. How drudgy in Key West? Not at all. U.S. Championship. No, but a lot of the gawking rabble, I thought you say Chicago. Yeah, I did say, no, it's Key West. It wasn't a mistake. I don't confuse Chicago and Key West. Who would confuse Chicago and Key West? It's like, you thought that when they wrote Chicago, it was a mistake. No. A lot of the gawking rabble in my life confused the U.S. Open with the U.S. Championship. The U.S. Championship is a tournament you're not allowed to go even near. Like, you're not even allowed in the building. The U.S. Open, anybody can play in, right? That garbage can play in the U.S. Open, right? We send the entry fee on the internet, garbage can, give it a USTF membership, it's in, okay? And by the way, this isn't a joke and it sounds like one. It really isn't.
Yeah.
Supposedly, although I think it was a publicity stunt, about, I'm going to say 10 years ago, but it's probably like 9 or 11, they were going to have, I don't know if it was a chimpanzee, but like some kind of monkey playing the World Series of Poker. And they were like going to pay the $10,000 entry fee and have the monkey play. Like they really were.
Yeah.
Then they decided that was a bad idea. Yeah. But the U.S. Open is an open tournament with Rufus and Doofus. Now, luckily, I won the tournament in Chicago, the Key West tournament. We'll give you 2 guesses. Okay. Ready? 13 rounds. The U.S. Championship in Key West. Okay. How many points did I get?
What year was it?
94.
13 rounds. 8.
I did badly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I said I did badly.
I wasn't
like
listening.
Twice.
Reading the chat and stuff.
All right, try again.
Oh, you did badly?
Yes.
2.
4.5. And you know that booklet we have?
Yeah.
With that's the tournament.
Which booklet?
The one with all the pictures, the ones from 1994. We have a booklet on the tournament. We put it on top of the bookcase. It's like it's a book, but it's not really.
The
it's
magazine?
Like it's not it's like a magazine. It's the tournament.
Oh.
And there's my picture in it several times, and Kaidanov and everybody.
Oh, okay.
Sarah Wan, remember the hats, the stupid hats. Mm-hmm. And then that guy came, AJ Steigman, and we showed him as a kid. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's that tournament. Mm-hmm. That's my game with. That's not my game with Dimitri. Mm-hmm. What game is this? What is this game? Queen? Oh, that's my game with Paul van der Steren from Vikonsave. I don't know what year it was. Probably like 1990. Yeah, I lost that game. That was a great game, and then I blundered, and then I lost. That game I lost 3 pieces versus 2 rooks. He had 3 minor pieces, and I had 2 rooks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 3 minor pieces better than 2 rooks. Okay. So what happened? Queen e7, as I said. Queen c1, stopping bishop a3. Good move. Knight e4, good. f3, never play f3. You guys didn't put never play, because you didn't see it. Knight g5. He wants to go here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when he wants to go here, then when white plays f4, then he's going to put the other knight on e4. Oh, snap. Yeah. I mean, black's just up a piece. That's not my game with Dmitry Gurevich either. What game is this? The e3. That's my game with Danny Wrench. I think, yeah. That's going to be Danny Wrench in Vegas in I don't know, 2000 something. I don't know, 5. I don't know. No, but that was the National Open. Yeah, I beat Danny Wrench good that game. This game here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Supercomputer tournament. Well, it's a match now. It's the end of the tournament. You can play. Well, not Rufus and Doofus. You can't play in the U.S. Open. A garbage can would draw Geary. You know what opening it would be? It would be the Tarash defense. Oh, I remember every game. You know what's funny? Nobody pasted the game that I told them to. They're pasting like other games. Mm-hmm. The game I did Dimitri in 1994 Key West U.S. Championship.
Is the U.S.
Terrible.
Open the one that's in Vegas, or is that the National Open?
That's the National Open. U.S. Open is a different city every year.
Oh, okay.
See this guy here? He tried to trick me. He put a game when I was rated 2000 from 1982. So he thought I wouldn't know it. Right? I'm white against, what's the guy's name? That's not Matt Katrine. What is his name? I know his name. Can't think of it. Yeah, he was 1800. That game was played in 82 in St. Paul, Minnesota, my first U.S. Open. I was 12.
Aw.
Yeah, that was only 38 years ago. Why wouldn't I remember it? All right, back to whatever it is I was doing. What is this with the engine never moving? You got to play fast and put pressure on your opponent. Now, King H1 is good because it doesn't do anything. So now Smurfo can fall on his sword. Sorensen. Knut Sorensen. His first name was Knute, right? Mm-hmm. That was his first name. You remember the first name of chess games you played in 82, right? Why weren't you playing in 82?
I wasn't playing.
Where were you in 82? Where'd you live?
Dothan.
In 82?
Yeah.
How old were you?
Probably 16.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Go Dothan. In that house?
Yeah.
Damn, they lived there a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Ben's stories are much better than the game. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't playing chess in 82.
Yeah, the 82 game was good. I sacked. I get that in puzzles a lot. Good. Okay, King H1. Boo. Oh, that's a good move. I like King H1. So every black move wins. I'm expecting he'll play Knight F7 because he played Knight G5. So I'm expecting here. Then if F4, he'll sneak this knight in here. And then he'll play A4, etc. Mainly etc. We're losing viewers by the dozen. Oh, he took that. Well, trading pieces is good. I like the way he doesn't take back. He's like, Like, let me get lower on time.
Yeah,
This is why 95 is so stupid. Like, trading pieces is just stupid. He'll go here. Yeah. Now, this bishop can get out. He can either go here and here, or here and here, or he can do this thing I said. I think he's going to do it this way. Yeah, b6, bishop a6, GG. a4 is coming. It's funny, if I put a white knight, like, somewhere, I'd still take black here. Yeah. Yeah, he's just really bad at giving knight odds. Is this it, Ben? Yes. That is the game. Alan Basic got it. So in that tournament in 94, I lost in round 1 to Christensen. I had forced mate. Mm-hmm. And we're playing with an analog clock, right? And I had forced mate. We both had less than a minute to make 10 moves. We made the time control. I was losing. Then I beat Boris Crybaby Kryman. Then I lost to Yaster in a drawn bishop ending. Terrible. Then I drew Gulko and Orlov. You know Georgi. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I lost, and I drew Kaidanov in the last round. I lost to Yermolinsky. I lost to Alexander Ivanov in like 30 hours. Alexander Ivanov lost 5 games on time. One game, he lost on time on move 23. It's 40 moves in 2 hours. Ridiculous. Now, who won that tournament? My first 2 U.S. championships, 94 and 99, the same person won them both. Those were the only 2 he won. Otherwise, he's getting his ass kicked. Boris Golko. Did I do great players in the past on him yet? Bishop D4, trading pieces again. Oh, my God. Yeah, this match isn't competitive. Like, I want to do good commentary on the match, but it's Komodo playing bad, trading all the pieces, having no hope, and playing slow. Like, if you told me before the match that Smerdon would win, I'd be like, all right. If you told me before the match that Komodo has a big time disadvantage every game, I still don't believe it. Who's the programmer? That's one of the big advantages Komodo has. If this is a 2-hour game, Komodo loses. If this is a 1-minute game, Komodo wins every game. If it's a 2-minute game, Komodo wins. It's a 15-minute game, so one of the oh my God, bishop takes c5? So one of the advantages Komodo has is it can get a big time advantage because it sees trillion, and instead it doesn't do that. That's just awful. That's just terrible. Mm. That's right. Golko was Soviet champion and U.S. champion. Not easy.
I'm so hungry.
What? This is the commentary we get. He's hungry.
I wonder if I turned the stove off.
I'm hungry, but you don't see me complain.
I think I did.
All right, what's this? C4, E5, F5, G3. Hold on a second. Okay, that's a game I lost to David Moody in like, god damn, 1983 in the Michigan Open. How'd you find that game? How could you, some non-chess master, that game's not published anywhere. How'd you find that game? Wow. I'm pretty sure that's the game I lost with White to David Moody in the 83 Michigan Open. How'd you find that game? What?
I had a funny response, but I can't say it on the stream.
Damn. I'm not sure I'm right, but pretty sure I'm right. It was on, am I right? Is it 83 Michigan Open? Damn. David who? Moody. Moody. Damn. I think it was 83. It was 81. Well, that explains my terrible play. So that's good. At 81, I wasn't. Yeah, okay. It was really 81? Oh, yeah. I thought I was 12 and 83, and I was 12 and 81. That was my mistake. I knew I was 12. I just couldn't add. All right. So did he resign? So Komodo hasn't resigned yet. I mean, this isn't competitive. It's not fun to do analysis of. It's Komodo trading all the pieces and resigning every game. Oh. What was the next move here? There, check, A4, knight A6, knight C7, knight B5, bishop A6, queen F8. That's my game with Alejandro Ramirez in the 2017 St. Louis Invitational. Right? This game? That was like one of my finest games. The one Avalanche just said. This is divided into two messages. Where's the second message? They just said yes. I don't know the next move because you didn't, Hopefully it's the bishop H3 position because that move was great. Okay, now this is the chance for black to blunder. See how he played E4?
Yes.
He's threatening the knight. Ooh, hard to see. See the discovered attack. As long as he sees it, we're good. He can play H6. He can play here. One of the engine moves is to take this, sacking a piece, and then taking this, and white's just crushed. Like you take this, right? For example.
Okay.
Then you take this, for example. The bishop moves, right? Then you take this. God damn. Black's up 3 pawns for nothing. Right? That's like just as winning as... He might even do that because it's so winning. You want to be a piece up, but okay, this is also ridiculous. So that wins, and then H6 defending the knight wins, Queen E7 defending the knight wins. Every move wins. Yeah. Frankly, terrible. Name this game in 6 moves. There, D4, knight 6, C4, G6, C4, D6. That's more than one of my games, so I don't know. I don't know what game that is because I've had that game many times. It could be Amon Hambleton. It could be Mitkov. I mean, I have a lot of 6-7 move draws. Yeah, every move wins. If it's white's move and white plays queen takes, then I don't know. Maybe I think black is still better. Yeah, black is still better if he just hangs his knight. 6 more. Oh, the game isn't over? I mean, Dr. 5W, after 6E5, had that position like 1,000 times. So I can't name the game. I've had that position 1,000,000 times. F3, C6. I've still had that position a lot of times also. Dr. 5W, well, I've had this position more than once. So I can't tell you the game because I can tell you 5 games. I mean, there's games I've lost in that position, games I've won, and games I've drawn. Knight E6, Fe4, Queen B6, Queen D2, Bishop B2. Hold on. G3, Knight G5, F3, C6, B5, H6, take, check. Bishop b2, rook f3, knight g4, queen e1, queen e1, rook d1, c5. Is that the game I beat James West? I'm not sure if that's his name. In the 1993 U.S. Open in Philadelphia? What do you think? That's my guess. Correct. Yes. Now you know what it's like when God has a gun and remembers his games. All right. Take you, take you, take you. All right. See, the important thing when you're down a piece is you trade everything. No, that's terrible. Right now he's thinking. The engine says all moves win. The first move of the engine he will not play, which is knight h6. He's not going to play that. Knight takes e5 is really good. E takes f5 is really good. Yeah. He's just up a knight. There's no compensation. It's funny. It looks like in this game they're going to trade all the rooks on the c file also, because the c file's open. Yeah. So they both fight for the c file, and then See, the thing is, normally you don't give up the c file. Like, let's say we're fighting for the c file, and then let's say we trade all the rooks, and white has the c file, and black's like, well, I have an extra knight, so great. They didn't care. Normally that would be like not good. So it's 1,000,000,000% he's going to go here. If he doesn't go here, I'm stopping the stream. See how it's the second move, right? But I'm a human. So bishop e6. There's a 0% chance he'll play the engine move f4. And that's 100%. You understand the percentages now? Yeah.
Maybe.
Now you know what it's like when I predict every move and have a gun. Samtan6 subscribed. Good. It's hard to believe he won't go here. That's the third engine move, but yeah, I mean, come on. Yeah. Now they're going to trade on the c file of the pieces, and white will have the c file, and then black has an extra knight. So that c file don't matter. Know what I mean? Otherwise, it might matter. Yeah, I don't know which rook's going to go to c. I can't predict. I think this one, so that this isn't pinned. But it's hard to predict. But it's definitely going to be one of these. Now, if he wants to be extra safe, he'll play queen d7. That's pretty safe, because that defends this more. Yeah, okay. So that's what I would have done. Yeah. Hog Fizzle gifted 5 subs. Good.
Yay! Thank you, Hog Fizzle.
Stop the stream. No, all the moves were played that I said. Let's see. Slim to none. That's crazy memory. I know Ben is in Komodo now. QED. That was good. That was a good joke. Yeah. I'm insane. Insane in the membrane. Show some class and organize food?
Well, that's okay. Carl Magnus and I said I was hungry earlier. I'm scared about the germs from the delivery guy anyway.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Twitchy's doing something here. That's my game with David Moody from, I don't know what year it was. Probably 80 or 81. That could have been 82. No, 80. No, it could have been 83. I'm going to say 81. It's my game with David Moody. I don't know what year it was. 81's close. It's the train. We got to level 2 immediately because of all the gifted subs. 81, yay. 83, Motor City Open. Okay, what's this? D4, G3, Bishop E7, D5, Knight F5, Knight C3, CD, Knight E5, F4, E4, G4, G5, Knight D7, H4. God damn.
I have a little bit of beer left. Nanka is always grumpy. I like when he plays video games.
Is that a game that I lost to Onishuk or Martinovsky? I definitely lost that game with black. That's for sure. I definitely didn't win that game because that was a good game. I don't play that well. Oh, that was a game from 1980? God damn. If it was from 1980, I'm not 2245. I don't have a FIDE rating of 2345. Then it wasn't from 1980. In 1980, I was 11. I was like 1900. Yeah, so I don't know about some of that information there. Yeah, if it was played at Dearborn, I was like 1900 at UMD. So UMD is University of Michigan Dearborn. And they had tournaments once a month for years and years and years. And then I was a kid. So when I was like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So then we went there, and the guy was outside says they won't have the tournament. The university said you can't have tournaments here anymore. So we like drove home, and that was it. There was never a tournament there again. And here's a funny, thanks for the 1,000 centidues, Nicola. My dad's playing Laura Romeo. My dad's like 2,200. Laura Romeo's like 2,000. And the building closes at 11. They both have 2 to 3 minutes left on the clock, analog clock. The custodian walks in and says, get out. And it's 11. And the director says, like, this game will be over in 5 minutes. He says, no, get out now. So they stopped the game. We drove to my house. Lil Romeo drove over. They set up on the dining room table. They set the clock and they played. And they called the director the next day and told him what happened.
Oh, okay.
And it was like for first. It was just them. Like then she went home. That's what happened. That was that same site.
That's
okay.
absurd.
Right. Get out. 5 minutes? No, get out. Like, damn. Okay, what did he do? Look at this. Look at this. King G1. That's the future of chess. King G1. Rook C5. Good. Good. He took the C file. So Komodo's correct to give away the C file and not trade the rooks because you need the pieces on the board. But it's not good. It's terrible. Knight D8. Good. Good. Excellent. Great. Okay, so that he just hung up. He just hung this. I don't think he saw that. I don't think he saw queen takes pawn.
Okay.
He didn't see it. Oh, he did see. He wants to trade queens. Okay, I'm wrong because he moved instantly, so he did see it. All right, so I'm wrong. There was no reason to give that pawn away, but he's just like whatever. All right, he traded queens. That's fine. That's fine. The pawn's useless, so it doesn't matter. I thought he didn't see it, but I think he did see it. Yeah. All right, then this guy pasted the wrong nonsense, so I can still try to figure it out. Well, that's my dad's game with Fischer. All right, we need the hype train. Let's go. Grand Mal Moses. That's my game with Joel Benjamin from like the 2005 U.S. Championship. 2005 is a guess. I'm within a year. This game here, man, I crushed Benjamin that game. That was a great game. This game here. And that game, Grand Mal Moses, that was on Joel Benjamin's birthday. Now I'm going to say something, and none of you are going to believe me. It's 1,000,000% true. You ready?
Yeah.
Before the game, Joel took a reporter and threw him to the ground. Yeah. It was Jerry Bibbold, R.I.P. Jerry Bibbold said some mean stuff about Joel's dad. Joel's dad wasn't alive anymore.
Yeah.
And he went up to Joel. He's asking him questions, and Joel's like, leave me alone, right before the game. And Joel took him and threw him to the ground. I saw him do it. I was like, wow. And the guy's like in his late 60s, I would say.
Oh.
And Joel threw that. He took it and threw him to the ground. What is Joel, a joke? I never had an opponent throw somebody to the ground right before our game. Like really violent, like mad. And then it was his birthday, Joel. Then I crushed him. Bam. Gotcha, bitch. All right. He said gotcha, bitch. Then I got. Yeah, that's this game here. See that? That was a good game. All right. Did this guy resign yet? He played Rook D1, Rook C1, A3. Okay. All right. So black's up a piece for a pawn. And, king walks up and knight walks up and he wins. Easy peasy. Let's see. Tier 2. We have tier 2 and 2-3 emotes. We have them. Yeah, we got knife F5. Call that a knife.
I need to fix the tier 3 one.
We got all these. We got all of them. All right, we have 1 minute on the hype train. I can't find my emotes. I can't do it. Damn, there's too many emotes. Grandmaster Gallery Vampire. Here we go. This is a tier 2 emote. Knife F5. 100 centidues. Grunge Ward. Hawks or Pistons? Who's worse? Goddamn. Best year in chess was 94. All right, let's see what happened. A3. King F7, as I said. Take here. check. See, if the king goes back, that's good for black. He wants the king to go back. If the king goes here, he's blocking the bishop, and he can't go here because the bishop's hanging. Also, he could go check, 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 and get some time on the clock, which he doesn't need. I think he will do that to get like 20 more seconds. I think he will check, check. That he could defend his pawn, or he could ignore it. I don't think he should ignore it. I think he should defend his pawn. No, the train ended. You guys suck. Man, it just said choo-choo. I didn't even, look at that. I didn't even get any, horrible. No, terrible support. Unable to load emotes. Man, harsh. Tough crowd. No wonder I couldn't put an emote there. I couldn't load him. Yeah, unable. Yeah, terrible. If he sacked his rook for the bishop, would it be winning? I mean, it might be winning, but he would not win. Now, if he does this, he won't win. There's a 0% chance he'll do that. I don't know why he's not doing this and this and then moving. That's weird. He's trying to decide whether to let him take this pawn so they trade bishops and he wins this, but I wouldn't do that. I would check, check, and then defend my pawn and then get my pieces into the game and win easily. But he's won every game. What do I know?
Does Ben have Tourette's?
Probably.
No.
Do you remember when you played Chow, Smerdon, Gurevich, and Lanes at Chicago Open? Obviously. Pasting it in the chat. What moderation prevent me from posting chess games? Ask trying to learn. See, he did good. He checked. Mm-hmm. Now the idiots in this chat will say he's playing for a draw. Right? Not in my chat. They're too smart in my chat. Oh, Komodo plays for the win. Very suspicious. I don't know what he's going to do now. I don't know if he's going to trade rooks or not. Good question. Because giving this pawn away was unnecessary, but it doesn't matter. But it was unnecessary. See, now Komodo's thinking a long time. It's a tough decision. Lukey Pookie. That's my game with Tom Zipka. Maybe like 83. Yeah, his last name is like SZCZYPKA. Lukey Pookie. Avalanche. Not your game. Yeah, that's Fisher Fine. Probably 61. Yeah. I think it was 61. It might have been 60. I don't know. Avalanche. That's a famous game. I've lectured on that game. Okay, so rook d2, take, king here. Good. I think I would play d4 check here. I don't know. Knight c6 is good. I don't know. King d7 is good. Everything was good. This candidate master predicts draw. I mean, if black draws this, he should quit chess. It's up a piece. Piece up. Got more time. Is white cheating? Probably. 1963. No. Terrible. All right, we need about 40 more subs to meet our goal. We have sub goals. Luckily, there's another game after this one. Go, Ben. Go, etc. Smurfo's having a tough time winning this piece-up ending. He gave the pawn away for no reason, realizing it didn't matter, and he's right. And now he's like, playing sort of slow. He's not, he still has a big time advantage, but, he's a human, so he could think a minute on one move and get into time trouble. But he has to win. It's ridiculous. He's up a piece. I've never been so mad. Got to win when you're up a piece. I am pretty old. Thank you.
I need to trim your beard.
What opening did you play against Ashley Gronigan 1990? Probably I played like Bishop G5 in the Nimzo Indian, or I played Queen C2 Nimzo. I'm not sure. Well, that game is not mine. Now you're just posting games that aren't mine. Like, don't do that.
Wait, who's doing?
Everybody is.
Oh.
That's not my game. No, it's some game. Probably a Morphe game. Now that's my game. That looks exactly like my kind of game. Now you're talking. Take. Exactly. 200 centidues. You beat an M&M Simul today. Hooray for Luigi. All right, let me see what happened. Okay, he played King D7, fine. B4, fine. King C6, fine. Takes is fine. King B5 is fine. A4 is fine. And King C5 and King A5 are about the same. And he's thinking about which one to do.
Boss Key Farmer says that was a Morphe game.
Yeah. Let's see. Dean Ippolito, I beat him in 93 moves, I think, like on time. He blundered near the end. Yeah, that was terrible for him. We were in time trouble on move 30. That was like the only winning move. King takes A5 didn't win, it said. What was on the King takes A5? King takes A5. Oh, because the king walks in. And this is attacked. Okay. Bishop F1. Always play Bishop F1. Good. Knight C6 is the obvious move, and it's also like one of the best. So that's good. D4 is the obvious move, and it's the best. He should win this. His advantage went down from like 4.5 to 2. But I mean, he's a piece up. Come on. How do you not win a piece up? You're a piece up. Piece up. You just win. He does have a minute left. It's true. Well, this is the obvious move. Okay, good. He might not win. Knight b4 is the obvious move, too, to keep the king out, which is the best move. Like, this is winning, but it's hard because, pass pawns everywhere. Mm. So Lenderman thinks if it was 3 minutes each, and Carlsen Komodo played 3 minutes, it'd be even. Anything more than 3 minutes, Carlsen just wins. And I think Carlsen will win in 3 minutes against Komodo and peace odds. Yeah. 3 minutes is a lot, for Carlsen. Mm-hmm. All right, he played the right move. So he has horrible time situation. He's throwing the win away, but he's still winning. He's still up a piece. And he still has more time. So, he can still do it. And Bishop C8's the obvious move. G6 is okay to defend this. But yeah, he could also take this, which the engine doesn't like. I can see why the engine doesn't like that. You take it and the king takes this, and yeah, that's dangerous. Bishop B3. Okay, that makes sense. Wants to take this with the bishop. Take this later. Wants to keep the king out. It's very iffy now with 32 seconds. If he had 4 minutes, he'd win. 32 seconds, I don't know. And he was plus 4.5, now he's plus 2. It's still winning, but this probably takes some technique that you probably don't have in 30 seconds. And also he's mad at himself because he knows he threw it away, sort of. He'll play G6 now, which is the best move. Well, you shouldn't be thinking here. You just play G6. Your pawn's attacked. And that was wasted time. And now he has a tough decision to make. Probably he'll go here, which is fine. Mm-hmm. It says both these are good, but this makes more sense.
Wow, he's losing a lot of time here.
10-second increment. Yeah, now it's very unlikely he'll win because his time is so low. If he loses, which he could because of the time, and loses the next game, then 3-3. Yeah, but this game he just totally he had no problem in this game, and he gave himself some problem. See, now he can take and check and check and take this, and he's up a whole piece. And the king can't come in. So he won't lose if he sees this, so he didn't do it. So what he should have done is takes here, check, here, check. The king can't come in, and then take. And then he's just up a piece for a pawn. His king goes here, and okay. But it's hard to see that when you have no time on your clock. And you probably also had to look for like what happens on this. But the king doesn't get in time. Hooray! Anywhere here doesn't matter. If the king goes here, that's not good. But as long as the king doesn't go in, black's going to win. So knight takes a6 was winning, but he didn't do it. Okay, so refresh. Okay. So he played bishop e6, king b8 he played. Oh, this is good if white can't do anything, because now he can move his king around and his bishop around and gain time on the clock. So that was actually smart what he did. Yeah, he actually played better than I would have. He repeated, then played knight takes a6. He has 20 more seconds. So that was actually genius what he did. Yeah, that was very good. So in this position, like white can't do anything, so he played king b8, king a7. Then he played knight takes. That was great.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and he's playing correctly now. And he has more time now. He did exactly what I said, but he repeated first. That's impressive. I mean, that was impressive. Knight take, like repeating and playing knight takes a6. Yeah, Komodo's like, damn it. Komodo's like, I had this. Yeah, now he has to win now. Well, you can't not win. How do you not win? He's up a knight. Look how he repeated now. He has over a minute. Mm-hmm. That was good. Very good. Let's see. What's this? Here, that's my game with Magnus. Stop showing that. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, +1's usually winning, but not completely winning. That's my game with Anand, Boss Key Farmer from 86. Okay, King E2 is like resigning. According to the chat, according to Lenderman, Smerdon played board 1 for Australia, played Magnus in the Olympiad, and they drew. And Smerdon was better like the whole game. Mm. So he's no joke.
Yeah. Avalanche 321 asks if I'm impressed by your memory. I am.
Barely. Wait, who asked you that? Bam!
Avalanche.
That was a joke. That's who asked you? Yeah, okay. This game will continue to the very end. E4, E6, A3. Stop showing my dad's game with Fischer. Stop it. That was even the whole game. He got it cut off. Terrible. Yeah. I could show you the rest of the game from there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Man, this is great if he wins this game. This is great. Put it in H. Man, look at the time situation. I can't believe Komodo's always losing on time. I mean, Smerdon played great when those A-pawns were coming. Really accurate. Move his knight back and forth, gain some more time. Good, good. Take, queen b3. That looks like the game I beat Irina Krush in 2017 in St. Louis. That's what it looks like. I'm not saying it is. Yeah, it definitely is. Yay, always repeat. This isn't easy to win. It's winning, but it's not easy. G6, queen d3. That's the game I won in the World Open. Who was I playing? He was like 2350 feet AFM, but I forgot his name. I know his name, but it took me like an hour to think of it. He's a tall guy. He's tall. This game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I forgot his name. He's like a 2350 FM. This game.
Yeah, but what year?
World Open? I don't know. I don't know what year it was. They show the Anand game again? Come on. Stop pasting nonsense. That's obviously the game I beat Joel Benjamin in the U.S. Championship. Basic in St. Louis. That was like, I don't know, 7 years ago maybe. Maybe more. That's one of Mike Kummer's favorite games, Alan Basic. He loves that game. Okay, take, check. We saw this. We saw this. Okay, good. All right, good technique. I mean, basically wants to get his king in. And it is winning if he somehow can get a bishop in these two against this bishop, because this is the white color rook pawn. So if he can somehow get rid of these pawns for his knight, he'll win with the 2 extra pawns, because the bishops are the same color. But he's basically just going to move around a lot and get a lot of time on his clock. He's going to try to win like Magnus did, and the game that Geary won in the candidates when he did that. That's like one of the winning techniques. Here he's going to try to block the pawns by putting his knight here. He has to be careful about bishop takes, king here, and f5 though. So dangerous. This game is going to go 100 moves. I guarantee it. Guaranteed. 100 moves. What? That looks like a game I lost to Dave Moody in the Michigan Open again. I'm on Hambleton's clock. So people are just going to keep hosting the game I played Anand? That's all you're going to do? This time it worked. It's already been posted like 37 times. Come on. Stop it. Bishop h3. Put it in h. See this game, the Galdor 94? That's the game Luvitsky-Marshall, 1923, with the famous Queen G3. I'm sure you knew that. Yeah. All right, back to the game. No more pasting stuff. I know all the games. Wow, he let him play King D4? Oh, because the bishop, yeah, he doesn't want the bishop to go here and play E6. Well, now he can play King D4. He'll play King D4 for sure here. 1,000,000%, if not more. Yeah. This isn't easy to win. The way to win is to get the king so I can keep moving my king in. But if you use the bishop, then this pawn's dangerous. If you use the knight, then you can play G4. So it's not easy to get it's not easy being cheesy. You can play like king here and knight here and bishop here and get his king in. That should do it. One way to win is get your king in here, let white do this and sack your bishop and have knight and 2 pawns versus bishop. That would win. So get your king in, take these pawns, let white queen this pawn, sack your bishop, and you'll have knight and these 2 against this bishop, which is an easy win. So that's one way to win. But it's going to go 100 moves.
I can't picture all that.
Yeah, the black king walks in and takes these pawns.
Yeah.
With the help of the bishop and knight, forcing the king away. Mm-hmm. Then while he's doing that, white's doing this. Mm-hmm. Then we sacrifice our bishop for it. And so it's knight and 2 pawns versus bishop. And that's a win. I mean, he knows that, but he's got to, you got to do it right. He's only got a minute on his clock. He's tired. His game's been going for 5 hours. Yeah.
Granted, Dad, I try to never go out in the sun. Sun's not good for you. I am pale. That is true. I used to be out in the sun a lot.
That looks like the game I beat Eric Schiller like 35 years ago. The Avalanche one. Mm. I'm going back a little. He has to be careful not to draw by 3-time repetition. Or reputation, even.
Use Hawaiian Tropic. I used to use that when I was a teenager.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to win because he can't find the winning plan.
Oh, darn. He worked so hard.
Now the guy's showing the game that I lost in the U.S. Championship to, what's his name? Not Dimitri Schneider, the other kid. What's the other kid's name? Lev Millman. That's that game. I lost to Lev Millman. Boo! Boo! Don't show games I lost to Lev Millman. Boo! Yeah, that Queen A5 was terrible. Or Knight B4. See this move, Knight B4? Terrible. All right, he's infiltrating. Go whoever you are. Good. This bishop can't be dislodged. He's trying to get his king in there, but it takes forever. He has to watch out for g4, but he's got g4 pretty well protected.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to watch out for it. See, he's doing what I said. Remember, I said he's going to do that, and then kick the king out, and then you win. So like king here, and then you check with the bishop, and the king has to move away from the pawn. It's not easy to do it, but you got to do it. Yeah, king e1. Yeah, he's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
This is, and you remember, like Geary won a game. You got to remember that. Geary won a game in the candidates. Mm-hmm. That's how he won. It was a king. It was a night. It was a night ending.
Yeah.
And he moved his king all the way around, and that's how Magnus won many games and so forth, mainly and so forth. That's definitely not my game. Oh, could be actually. No, that's not my game. Looks like a Kasparov-Karpov game from the World Championship match. That's what it looks like. Hegemon's being funny. Whoa, what happened?
What happened?
He's completely winning. Completely winning. King e1, king f1. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he let him get his king in there. Yeah. Well, okay, now it's over. Yeah. See, Komodo didn't defend well because Komodo knows the right defense loses, so doesn't care. So it's not like this defense, like he knows he's going to lose. So instead of losing, so it's like, so this is an absurd move, king e2. That's absurd. Nobody would ever play that move. But he's like, well, it's going to, like if you're white here, you play bishop here, so you can't play bishop d5 check. After bishop d5 check, then you lose all your pawns. So he went here letting the king come in. What? That's ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, Komodo knows it's losing, so it just says like, oh, well. Because it sees like 30 moves ahead and says, that's dead, that's dead, that's dead, I'll go here. It just randomly plays one. That's ridiculous.
Well, it doesn't take into consideration that people blunder.
Right, like for example, in this position, you would move your bishop to stop the pawn from queening.
Yeah.
And that doesn't work in the long run. So he's like, whatever. Like obviously here, you would play bishop f1, so the pawn doesn't go here. But he's just like, yeah, you can queen, I don't care. Because it doesn't change the evaluation. It's like mate in 6 or 7. That's pretty funny. That it defends so badly because all defenses lose. So it doesn't make it hard. It's just like, oh, well, I'm losing, whatever. That's awful. That's amazing that like I just looked away for a minute and it played so bad. Like here, this is what black wants to do, as I indicated. And Komodo's like, yeah, when I look 30 moves ahead, you could always do that, so just do it. I don't care. Well, that's ridiculous. Like, look, you see how the king can't go here because this is attacked and this is stopping it? So black has to, rock and roll. Black has to figure out how to do that. And instead, he's like, yeah, here. Yeah, okay, go do it. Like, how do you not? Like, come on. It's funny, if you go here, then bishop here's mate. Yeah, so you go here. So you play king g2. Yeah. Yay, he knew how to go bishop and knight and queen. Yay, 4-1 Smerdon. God damn. I didn't think he was going to win when he had 20 seconds left, but he did great. That was great. Yeah, Komodo is very disappointing because Komodo was getting really close to almost drawing, and then it didn't. I did say it'd be 100 moves, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, Komodo didn't defend that well. One of my funniest games, all of them. This game is obviously a game that I played on stream, like in a 1-minute game or a 10-second game, like this game, the K2 hedge, obviously. I guarantee that. That's like a 10-second game that I played on stream. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It could be a 1-minute game, but it could be a 1-minute game.
Go back. Yekta.
Where am I going? Here?
Yeah. Was asking if there's a southern draw.
Yeah, I offer you a draw. Yeah, Karen's from the south. I'm from the north. So I just moved down here because Karen lived here. Karen was born and bred in Alabama. Then she moved to the north and she was like, ew. Then she moved back here.
I liked the north.
What opening did I lose to Dexter Thompson in 83? That would be E4, A6 from round 7 of the Michigan Open. Avalanche.
Need some coffee.
E46. Need some coffee? Take. Knight F5, Knight B4, Bishop E7, Knight E1, Knight D3, Bishop C3, Queen D2, G4, Rook F2, take, Queen E8. I don't recognize that game at all, Theo Gantos. I'm sure on black, I just don't recognize it.
Yeah, the ads are oppressive.
Yeah. That game's from a long time ago, I'm guessing, like 35 years ago. Not so well in Amsterdam. I did great in Amsterdam. That was my best. 43 rating points in that tournament. Brownie with ice cream. Wrong as usual. Terrible. What opening did you play against Anton Schick? That was Schlick. At the 81 East Lansing Championship. If I was black, probably a French.
Hey, 2000.
Anonymous gifter. Yay, we're getting close to our goal. We need 4,000 subs. This guy in the chat here says Smurfo's the future world champion. God damn. So that was a very interesting game at the end. Let's go back. Okay, so the interesting part was when this happened. When this happened, it was looking real dicey because black's winning, but it's really hard. And somehow he won both of these pawns and kept out white's king with excellent technique. That's step 1. Step 2 was to cut a hole in the box. Right, Karen? All right. And then this is very hard to win. And I gave the technique, but I thought it would take like 800 moves. We just walked right in. So I guess it didn't take long. He did great getting his king in there. I mean, that was great. And this is a weird move in this position. I don't understand, like here, like the move king here, letting his king walk in. See, now here, if the king walks in, like bishop here and here is annoying. I agree with that. But after here, why didn't he move his king up and stop black's king from coming in? That's king e2. That's a nonsense. That doesn't make any sense. You got to stop this king from coming in. So letting him play king d4 is that's just dumb. And then he kept repeating, getting time on the clock. That was very good. And then he realized h6 was terrible for his knight. e3 is better. He wants to stop g4. So you got to play knight here and knight here to do that. e3 is better because the white king has fewer squares. So then he put it on e3 and then he walked his king in. Now again here, why are you playing king f3 and letting his king come here? Why is he letting the king just walk right in there? I mean, and then king e2 is insane. That's just nuts. I mean, okay, ridiculous. It wasn't even trying. Terrible defense, even from a club player. B3, knight f3, rook g1. That's my game with Darwin Yang, St. Louis, 2014? 2014 is a guess. But that is my game with Darwin Yang. Right, sweetie?
Okay.
This one, yeah. 2014 is a guess. Yeah. Let's see. There. That's the game I beat Danny Wrench. We already looked at that game. Somebody already posted that.
Hey, Master Disaster.
Terrible. So Smurfo lost the first game. It was the match gambit. It's like the Swiss gambit, but it's a match.
Yeah.
So I asked before, will they play the match if the match is over? Will they continue? And the gawking rabble in the chat said yes, because they said that Smurfo gets paid by how many points he gets. So if he's already won or already lost the match, they keep playing the games because, see what. So I guess they're still playing, but the match is over. He won the match, but the score isn't determined. E4, bishop, 8, bishop, queen, carry the 1, queen b6, g6, e5, queen c5, half. I don't recognize that game at all. I got nothing. Don't recognize that game. .NET Runner, that's probably a game that I won on the internet, like, somebody. Yay, Grandmal Moses is continuing the sub they got from D Blindbugger, D. So I don't know if they're still playing the match or it's over and they won't play game 6. But you guys said they are playing game 6 yesterday. You guys are never wrong. Oh, my draw with Yashiharu Habu. Yeah, that was in the World Open. Yeah. He's like the best shogi player in the world or something. He's 2350 FIDE, I think. I remember that game. I didn't like my position, if I remember correctly.
Somebody said emote.
Rook F1, take, bishop E5, castles, queen B3, bishop. That's the game I drew 1-for-1. That's the game I drew. Who's the guy who says the Rook? Carilla, right? Yeah, that's the game I drew Christian Carilla in St. Louis, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. D4, queen B3, G3, bishop G2. That's the game, Trip Coles, that I think I beat my brother, like in 1983, maybe 83. I'm pretty sure that's the game I beat my brother. Trip Coles.
So you don't know if they're going to play again? You think they are?
I think they are. Oh, JJ. I confuse Carilla with JJ. I do that. Christian Carilla and JJ.
Mm-hmm.
I confuse them. I've done that before. I knew it was JJ. I just called him Carilla. I've done that. How about this? That looks like the game. Oh, no, now it doesn't. D4, D5, C6, take, E4. That's the game I won with black in Capelle-la-Grande in France, probably like 90, I don't know, 91. And my opponent was 2200, but I remember their name. Alan Basic. I don't know what his name was. 2200, maybe. Maybe 2200. Maybe. E4, F4, bishop G4. Now you're just showing like some book trap. Oh, yeah. No, it wasn't Maria. It's a man. Yeah, Bossart's right. Yeah. Bishop takes, bishop G3, F5, bishop G2. That's the game. Oh, wait. E6. That looks like the game I lost to Yasser in the 94 U.S. Championship. Not sure if it is, though. Looks like it. Pretty sure that's it. The digital with hat. Yeah, I think that's the game I lost to Yasser. Yeah, there we go. Joseph Maria Bossart. Now you're talking. Longest game, I played a 153 move game in the U.S. Championship. It was probably with bird cheese, but I'm confusing the bird cheese and the Friedel games because one was 146 moves. All right, let's see if Smurfo. How do you spell it? Okay, he's still online, so I guess they're gonna play another game. Also, you guys should be donating subs because we gotta get to 1800. I'm answering your questions right. Do it. D4. Why do they keep showing my Anand game? That's like the 10th time you show my Anand game. God. Rawr. Come on. I drew, but some other game.
He came late.
Queen H4.
It's okay.
That's the game I won with black in Foxwoods, I think.
Yeah.
I was playing a 2300, the 2007 guest.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good game. I sacked my queen at the end. That was nice. He was like 2300. His name was... Wait, I'll tell you what his name was. His last name is... He has the same name as a USCF executive board member from 5 years ago from Iowa. They have the same last name, but they're different people. What the hell's his name? I know both. I know the executive guy more than the other guy. If I can't think of his name. Yeah, I don't know. He's 20. I can't remember his name.
You can email me
Terrible.
the Clash 15.
500 centidues. Thank you.
And we can talk about that.
Karen at atlchessclub.com. That looks like the game I beat Julio Becerra in 1-for-1 in the last round of the National Open. Oh, I'll never give you the year. I'm going to say, I don't know the year. 2008? I don't know the year. But that's the game I beat Julio Becerra in the last round. He cut off the last few moves. I don't know what year it was. 2008's close. I don't know. Bauer. Yeah, Randy Bauer is the board member of the USCF. Mm-hmm. I don't know what this Bauer's name is. Yeah, 2009, sorry. Bishop takes, bishop g5, queen b6. That looks like the game Alan Basic. That's the game from the World Open. I beat Miles Ardeman. I lecture on that game at the end because I had a drawn bishop and pawn ending, and I went into a worse and or lost king and pawn ending, which I won because we both misunderstood it. And the last move of the game was terrible. His last move was you missed the end of the game. You got cut off. Yeah. Miles Ardeman's nickname was Smiley. Mm-hmm. The Lon I don't know what that says. Thanks for the sub. Bishop f4, h3, a3, c5, d5, e4.
Yeah.
I remember that game, but I don't remember who I was playing. Queen c7, rook d4, knight c4.
Who's better remembering games, you or Mark?
Me or my brother?
Yeah, it gotta be you.
Me?
Wow,
no, it's me.
He's got some
h5, queen a5. I don't remember that game, Galdor. I remember the game, but I don't remember who I was playing. Theo Gantos extended their membership. All right, we need somebody to donate like 40 subs. Do it. Also, we need Smurfo to start because Adam Wallace is probably getting mad, even though I'm sure he left a long time ago. He's still online. Knight c3, knight f3. I don't know. That's probably a game with Amon Hambleton. That's a lot of my games. That could be Dennis Boros, Amon Hambleton, Nikola Mitkov. It was Capel. That's a hint. Capel? Yeah, I don't know who it was in Capel. Yeah. What rating is your brother? He was 2,300 at his peak. He doesn't really play anymore. Jean-Marc de Grave. No. Jean-Marc de Grave was always beating me. No. I hope it's not him. There's only one Jean-Marc. I beat Jean-Marc de Grave's son. Pay attention. Remember we went to that horrible mall where people get murdered?
Yes.
Okay. She said yes. You were like, Ben's saying some nonsense. He's like, yes. Okay. Then you were playing in the tournament, and I played in the back room. I played on the internet.
I remember.
Yeah. I beat Jean-Marc de Grave's son, Remy de Grave. You didn't see that happening. Jean-Marc de Grave's a GM. Yeah. Remy de Grave is not. Yeah, I think he got kicked out of the family after that game.
Yeah, that was a protest.
That was the biggest beat. And that's the game. That's where I beat Gazzoli. Okay. Yeah, and I was beating in or drawing MVL, and I blundered and lost. I suck. Grungewart doesn't look like my game. PA4.
Yeah, that was a Parnell tournament I was in.
I think that's the game I lost to Alex Scherzer in the last round of the U.S. Junior Grungewart. Why are you bringing up bad memories? I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Damn.
Oh, it's okay, Grungewart.
I'm not sure if that's it, actually, now that I'm looking at the rest of the game. That's my game? That's my game? King G3, King G2, King C4. And I don't know Grungewart. Oh, the game I lost to Frijo Nabor? Ah, everybody needs good neighbor. Yeah, I don't have a good record against him.
Banned.
Yeah. Boo. I knew it was a game I lost.
It's fine, Grungewart.
Yeah. So they're just taking like 20-minute breaks between games? Like, what's happening here? And you guys aren't donating between games. You guys are the worst. The worst. That's my game with Svetozar Gligorich from February 1988 from the World Chess Festival in St. John, New Brunswick. This one here.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with St. John, Newfoundland. That's this game, the 12-move draw.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. It's playing. They're doing it. I got to get rid of the other game now. No, it's not over. Here's the game. Judah Polgar had the advantage after like move 7. She was lucky. Lucky she was playing me. That looks like my game with Luke Winons from Vikonsay, Galdor 94. Yay, 500 centidues. Thank Cheeky Chill. Bishop there, knight c4, queen a4, bishop c6, bishop c6. That's the game, the 1-for-1. Mm-hmm. He missed the end of it. That's the game I lost to Alexander Belyavsky in the Continental Open in like 1995? No. 94? No. 93? 93. Well, maybe 95. I'm going to say 93. It might have been 95. And it wasn't 94, though. It was either 93 or 95. In Los Angeles. Man, he played a great move at the end of that game, 1-for-1, and it's cut off. But the last move of the game was genius. $3.17. Yay, thanks, Alan Basic. Yeah. Which Holocaust joke? I have too many of them. Yeah, knight g3 check, 1-for-1. That's a great final move. Yeah. Gligorich is the best. Okay, so this is the last game of the match. Okay, d4, c4, both mistakes. Queen c2. It's just silliness. Every move a mistake. Terrible. Man, Smerdon knew what openings he was going to play this match. Dutch and French. And the Pray for Rain. Yeah. When you went to that German restaurant. I went to a German restaurant? Damn. I don't even know what joke you're talking about. Damn. My favorite joke of that ilk. So my son, Spencer, when he was in high school, he dated a German exchange student, and she was in Ann Arbor for like a year. Then they continued dating when she went back to Germany. She actually visited St. Louis once, maybe more than once, but I think once. And he visited Germany. Anyway, he visited her in Germany. He actually stopped by her old apartment in Brussels. I mean, he didn't go in, but anyway, then they were walking around, I think, in Paris, I think. And she said, "You know what I hate?" And he said, "Jews." And I'm like, how do you call it? I mean, that, and somehow they broke up. That's, you can't make a better joke than that. You know, she's German. So. All right, c6, bishop, knight takes. That looks like the game I beat Al Chow in Chicago, but I don't know what year it was. 2007 guest. I beat Al Chow so many times. I don't know what year that was. I beat him a million times. Yeah. All right, so he played bishop g5. Which is bad because you don't want to trade pieces. So that's not a good move. Terrible. All right, we have 400 viewers. We had 500. Damn. 2005. I beat Al Chow like 700 times. So I don't know. You know how many times I beat him?
No.
You know what I said when I left?
No.
Chow. Eh? Eh? All right, Karen, what do you think?
Well,
Exactly.
I'm hungry.
What? How are we going to eat? It's 10:46. You can't get food anywhere. Well, I know. Let's go Krogering.
Make food.
We'll go Krogering so I can get black beans, please. Damn.
We don't have the right car because my mask and gloves are in my car.
Damn.
No way I'm going in without my gloves.
Damn.
And
Terrible. Well, what are we going to do? We got to find food at home to eat.
There's food at
Can
home.
you believe this? That's the Anon game again? Now they're just kidding, right?
I don't
It has to be that it's just kidding.
know. Kroger might still be open.
Yeah. That's our only hope, right? You can't order us takeout. It's 10:47. Nothing's open for takeout.
Darn.
I'm on Hamilton. That's not one of my games unless it's like a blitz game as a joke. I am a big fan. Go Tigran Petrosyan. I'm a big fan of you, but I don't know who you are. The guy shows my Gelfand game, The Clash. Terrible. Playing Bullet OTB Top 100? No. Absolutely not.
I'm going to be too tired to make the Brussels sprouts.
No. E5, take, rook E8. I don't remember. Knight H5, Knight F4. Tired. Queen B7 plus. Let's check. I don't remember that game. Pizza. Brussels sprouts are horrible. No, they're not.
Yeah, I love
Sprouts are
Brussels
great.
sprouts.
We just have to find food in the house and forage, right? What else can we do?
I'm probably going to eat some tuna fish. So
Okay, then
can
the house.
you can have a sandwich.
Yeah,
Cheese sandwich.
I'll make like 30 sandwiches. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can use those red peppers and tomato. I hate making my own food. All right. So, see, if the white knight was here, this would look very normal.
Yeah.
I'm spotting him a knight. So, okay. So bishop g5, I don't like. If there was a knight here, I would like it. But you know, I don't like the fact that knight e4 is going to happen and they're going to trade all the minor pieces. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Now, I do like it if white's not down a knight, because then black's got this action going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then white just like wins the end game. But okay, now white loses the end game. Now, this is a great opening because it's strategically bad, and you trade pieces, and black has a bad bishop. You trade pieces, black's up a piece. That looks like the game I beat Sam Shankland in the U.S. Championship. Wouldn't bet my life on it, but it looks like it. I mean, it's like only half the game is there. Yeah, that's got to be it. The mostly etc. Yeah. Is that 2007 Tulsa? I think so.
Brussels picker knows about Brussels sprouts.
Come on, we need some subs, guys. We're 40 subs away. Do it. Somebody give 40 subs. When I beat Shankland, I was higher rated than him. Yeah, Tulsa was not exciting. God. Rook B1, that's what Karen would play, except for one thing. He wouldn't play it. Remember I said white wins the endgame? See, that's preparing B4. Yeah. So I don't know if he's going to play knight here, or he's going to play knight here. I think those are the only two ways he's going to play. I think he's going to play either knight here or knight here. I don't think there is another move. Oh, he might play A5. I sit correct. Yeah. Might play A5. Come on, guys. We got to make this stream. Let's do another train. We haven't done a train in a long time. There we go. Gifting a sub. Good. Now we give 100 cent to dues, and I yell about the train. Let's go. Roar! Another train. Today's taking a lot longer because they have these huge breaks between games.
Yeah.
Huge. If you just got here, you're confused. It's 4-1 Smerdon. Smerdon lost the first game and won the next 4. I guess there's no train. 100 gift and nothing happened. That's weird. Hey, he played A5. That was the last thing I suggested. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Grungeward asked if you remember games more if you win them or lose them.
Doesn't matter.
Same.
I mean, I lose fewer, so I'd probably remember the ones I lost more. Because win all the time doesn't matter. But losing. That's definitely Galdor mini games I've played on this stream in 10 seconds. And 1 minute. Thanks, Voyager 2, for continuing the sub. Good, good. Both sides playing slowly this game. But now Smurfo's relaxed. He's like, I won the match, bitches. Although he gets more money if he wins or draws, I guess. So maybe he's not relaxed.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not. Maybe not. E4, rook E1, knight C, bishop F1, queen takes D1. I do remember that game. Who was I playing? I think I was playing Pre-Adarshan about 5 years ago, the Clash 15. I think I was playing Pre-Adarshan. Pretty sure. The Clash. You agree? Pre-Adarshan Kanapan? Yeah.
I don't know. Who's Priyadarshan? Does he live in North
He said
Carolina?
yes. I met him in India, and then he moved to St. Louis much later. Yeah, when I was coaching. Okay, now let me explain Grandmaster Chess to you, Karen. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Rook C1, Rook B1, Rook C1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, it's like every move loses. Okay, here. Right. See, this is weird. Computer doesn't know how to play when every move loses. Computer is never losing. So it's like every move loses. Okay, here. I'm always losing, so I got no problem. I would have castled before they were born. Now knight here, he wants to trade all the pieces off, right? It's the same strategy every game. And the engine, the stockfish says trade all the pieces off. That's the best for white. And if white had a knight on f3, that would be fine. Then white gets a knight in here. These pieces are no good. You trade all the pieces off. That's why this is dumb. You got to play the double fianchetto, put your knight on e2 or d2 and not do anything, which he did last game. That was his best game. Knight e5, c6, knight g6, e5, take, queen takes.
What else can I say? Spite check.
Bishop takes, queen takes, bishop e6, bishop take. Hey, that's the game I lost to Judah Polgar. Boo! In Dortmund, 1990. I was better than, or not Judah, yeah, I was better that game. And then I played badly. Yeah, I moved 13. I should have attacked her bishop with like knight h5 or something. Terrible. Next game. Knight d4, h5, rook a d1, h4, king f7. f1, knight check, rook h4 check. I don't recognize that game, Galdor 94. It looks like a game I lost a long time ago. I don't recognize it. Bishop e5. Oh, is that the game I lost to Fred Lindsay? That's the game I lost to Fred Lindsay, I think, like 35 years ago. Galdor 94. That's the game I lost to Fred. Yeah, I remember that. 400 centidues, Cameron Introvert. Good. The prize money amount? I don't know the prizes of this. Yeah, maybe Try to Learn does. I don't know. I know it's not your game. Oh, okay, that's why I was like, it doesn't seem familiar. Oh, that's the MVL game, right? That he beat, who did he beat? He beat somebody. That's MVL's game, right? Yeah, I forgot who he beat, though. Somebody. I know who it is. I can't think of his name. Yeah, somebody. That's for sure. It was somebody. Look at this guy putting the first few moves of the Anand game to get me. Yeah, that was definitely on purpose. Fontaine, that's it. Robert Fontaine. Good. All right, let's go back to this terrible debacle that Komodo's doing. Takes here. Unbelievable. Wow. See, this isn't competitive. The last game was a little competitive because he played double fianchetto, and by the time Black was ridiculously winning, he had a couple minutes on his clock. This is already ridiculously winning. He trades the dark square bishops, they trade the knights, and Black's up a knight. There's no play. So it's just awful. This terrible strategy. If they asked me to be on the team and I was able to tell Komodo like the first 6 moves of every game, which would take like a week, that would be a much better chance. They didn't program the openings correctly because they don't know what they're doing. But this is ridiculous. Like, this is absurd. Also, this is a silly move. He should have taken the knight because now white can move his knight away and then kick out the knight with f3. So that Smerdon shouldn't have gone here. But he's just so overconfident now. You know, and even Stockfish moves the night away
Hey, Dominique.
because we want to stop. Terrible.
Well, Ben said the programmers don't matter, but I think he's coming around. Maybe they do.
Well, the engines are the same strength, programmers aside. This is a special match with peace odds with a 15-minute time control. So now the programmers matter. If I was the programmer, we win. Me and Karen could program it to win. She does the programming. I eat like the Thai food and the Indian food and say, no, don't do that. That's how it works. Right, sweetie? Bishop G4, bishop takes, queen takes, C5, queen D7, knight D5. Bishop takes D5, oh, 1-0.
What have you been up to, Dominique?
That game's not familiar mental burden. I'm losing it here. I'm too tired now. I can't remember the games. No, but the programmers played the opening wrong in every game except the last one. Now here, Smerdon had 2 chances to trade knights, and he's just like, la, 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 because he's not going to win anyway. That year he's like, damn, I wish I had traded knights. It doesn't matter. He's going to win the game, but, it's just easier if there's no knights on the board. No pieces on the board, it's easy. This is also easy. This is it's not competitive. Komodo's not out playing Smurfo, not getting positions he can win. It's absurd. Ridiculous. That's all of my games. Phosphate. I'm going to guess it's the one I drew. I'm on Hambleton from St. Louis. But I'm sure I've had that position more than once. Even with the draw. He said yes. Yay. Hooray. One of my games from 2020. That means it's a 1-minute game on the internet. No. Yeah, black's up a piece. White has no hope. Well, there's nothing going on here. Just black's up a piece. I'm furious. Two of the exact same games for move? Yeah, I'm sure I have. I can't tell you what they were, but, Morphe better than Komodo. Good. Yeah, the special opening book they gave it was bad. Very good opening play from Smurfo in the French and the Dutch. Can you memorize other moments of your life? There's other moments of my life that weren't chess games? What's he talking about? Sorry if this has been posted already. My dad's game with Fisher, that hasn't been posted. Oh, yeah, it is. With the same end of the game missing, right? BC4. It's the same copy and paste. No. Ridiculous. Come on, ask Karen some questions about, music festivals from the 70s. I don't know. Right?
I didn't go. I was a kid then.
80s?
In Dothan?
Yeah, there you go. Come on, Leo Sayer. Come on. Bam. Mentioned by Chris Bird, old pictures of Las Vegas. Ooh, that could be me. Let me see this tweet. Ben Feingold. Yeah, that's me.
Oh, yeah.
2011. 9 years ago. 9. Look how pretty I used to be. Oh, wait, that's the wrong camera. It's me. Look at me. I'm Sandra Oh. Yay. I'm so pretty. Let's see. There's Shanky. Go Shanky. And then there's Crush. Looks the same. And then there's Alejandro, but don't call his name.
Who's the best singer I've seen in concert? I don't know. I really loved the Bowie concert.
Go Bowie.
Glass Spider tour. Didn't go to any festivals in the 70s, Twitchy. I don't have a favorite band, Can 64, but I have a lot of bands I like. I have one favorite concert. Yeah, the Bowie concert. You look more Jewish with the beard, says Brownie with ice cream.
Is that Archer's account? He likes brownie with ice cream.
Read Asha comment. What? Frowny. The Grateful Dead. I can't stand the Grateful Dead.
Grant Dominique and Nero observing your analysis over dinner. Hey, Peter. My analysis is the Komodo people should have gotten somebody to program the openings that's different than the guy they got. You got to play double fianchetto every game. Never put a knight on F3 or C3. Put it on E2 or D2. And Netflix and chill. You got to just do nothing and keep everything back. And instead, they put everything forward, and then everything got traded, and they had no hope. I mean, it was just terrible. Last game, they double fianchettoed, which was correct. That was actually the best chance in the last 4 games. But yeah, and well, of course, Nerditsky agrees. I mean, this is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Also, I got nothing negative to say about Smerdon, but like in this position, he should have played knight takes c3. In this position, he should have played knight takes c3. And now, the game goes on. Obviously, still winning, but it would have been a lot easier if he had taken the knight on c3. I'm not sure why he wasn't. That was a weird decision. Obviously, he wants all the pieces off. Yeah, etc.
Oh, they're boring, Spite Check. Grateful Dead is boring. Didn't mean to interrupt the chess.
No, you're right. When you're right, you're right. Yeah. Now, very bad opening book from Komodo. Just bad strategy. Like every game, trade. Even the game at 1, like exchange French, terrible. And then, okay, the guy hung a piece. Ridiculous, frankly. Yeah, this is very dumb that he didn't take on c3. It's dumb. Yeah. All right, we still need 39 subs. We got to get to 1,800 because tomorrow we got to get to 1,900. So we got to get to 1,800. We got to do it.
Sorry, Mr. Popezilla.
What happened?
He said it never ends.
Should we ban, the guy who does the Anand? Oh, look at Play Komodo blocking it up with the bubble up. The position's equal except for Black's extra knight. Otherwise, doing great. Now, the whole match, instead of Black going G5 and playing like a lunatic, because, it's a computer, this game he is going to play G5. He's going to play G5 this game. Okay. It's going to happen. I don't know if it'll happen today. I don't know if it'll happen tomorrow, but someday and soon. What movie? Come on, it's a softball question. Come on.
Softball? I don't know.
Come on, he was the 3rd world champion. Who's the 3rd world champion? Steinitz, Lasker.
I mean, I'll have to guess. I don't know.
Okay, who beat Lasker?
I don't know. Capablanca.
Correct. Casablanca. That's the movie.
Oh.
All right, D4, 96. That's my game with Richard Benjamin, St. Louis, 2011. Trying to learn 1234. Was it 2012? No, it was 2011. Or was it 2012? Ooh, it could have been 2012. I think it was 2011.
Dan Squid wants to know what we're looking forward to post-lockdown. I miss karaoke so much.
There's not going to be any post-lockdown.
I love karaoke. So, yeah, I'll be going
This
there.
game was already posted. I still didn't know who it was then. I don't know who it is now. Man. I thought Karen had a supermodel birthmark on her face. Turns out it was a piece of dust on my monitor. And Karen's just really pretty. It's funny. That's the Rick and Morty where he thinks there's a guy on the moon. And he says, maybe it's just a smudge on your...
Yeah.
And he says, no, I know. And then at the end of the episode, it's a smudge. Real talk. Correct. 2011. Yeah. Oh, man. He played Knight F2? God. Well, I guess the Knights... Yeah, okay. So this night, you watching me? He's going to go king here, knight here, knight here, knight here, knight here.
Wow.
Yeah, I guarantee it. He's going to do it. King here, 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 here. I can't see a way to get here. That's why I said that. You want to put the knight here, obviously. Knight F2. I mean, white's just terrible. Horrible. He might play knight here first to stop G4, then here, and then the bubble up. That's what you would do? That's how you'd remaneuver your knight? Yeah.
No.
But that's what you should do. That's still my game with Joel Benjamin 1-for-1. Guarantee is void in Tennessee. Yeah, because I don't know about that. Why move the king when the knight can get to e4 without? You mean knight here, knight here, knight here, knight here, knight here, knight here, knight here? You want to play king here anyway, because you want to play rook g8 and g5. So this kills two birds. As a vegan, I'm against it, but you got to win the match. So I predict, b6. Wow. I mean, that's the last thing I thought he would do. b6. And it doesn't matter. Everything wins. I'm shocked that he's doing anything over there. There's nothing wrong with b6. Just shocked. But yeah, I mean, White's play is pathetic. Like, getting Magnus Carlsen would have done a lot better because he wouldn't have had these positions where it goes trade, 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 trade. That's absurd. Yeah, b6 was a very strange decision, but it doesn't matter. I guess the idea was, remember, I wanted to do this, so he just wants to do it in 2 moves. So, because he got rid of this pawn. That's fine. This pawn's a goner. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's so easy. Bishop. That's my game with 1-for-1. That's my game with Suada Talik from the National Open. Not only that, I was paired with somebody else, and I told the directors that pairing made no sense, and they changed all the pairings in the open section, and I played a much more difficult player. Only time I played a Talik. Always retreat. Yes, he's going to take this, he's going to do that, and they're going to shake hands. Coronavirus. All right, we need some subs. Somebody donate 35 subs. Do it. Pretend you're Adam Wallace and do it. No, nobody's doing it. I got more viewers than this guy. See?
Yeah,
Right
I was
there.
trying to see what Poopy had said.
Mr. Poopy Head
We
Butthole.
missed it.
What? Bishop D1. God damn. The hell kind of move is that?
Hey, McBlesson.
Okay, so he'll definitely take with the queen. Okay, he did? Yeah, okay. Yeah, and I don't want you to sub for yourself. You have to donate a sub to somebody else. That way everybody's a sub. God, he traded queens. This is the easiest game of them all. Bishop check, king f8, knight g6, king g8, king h7, knight f4, g5, king g7. That looks like the game I drew Yuri Shulman in the Chicago Open. Maybe like 2012, I don't know. Don't know what year it was. That's what it looks like. Not sure if it is. Looks like it. Let's see. So looks like it. Donate a sub of him. Give him a sub. Subbed and donated.
I didn't
Good,
see
good.
any cussing spite check.
No. G4 is explosive. All right, let's look at this quote-unquote chess game. White traded queens. A ridiculous decision. All right. He's up a knight. I don't know what to tell you. No compensation. I don't understand. Okay, Komodo's opening play is beyond ridiculous. Forget about that. Komodo's time management is beyond ridiculous. When you're 15-minute and you're the better player, you put your foot on the throat. You get where you have 10 minutes and they have 1 minute. That's how everybody does it. That's how you do it. You're not the higher rated player and you're always behind on the clock, unless you're Grishuk. Okay, but this isn't Grishuk. Ridiculous. The end. Trying to learn. God damn, trying to learn is giving a billion moves over here. It's the same game. What? Looks like the same game. That game, Trying to Learn, looks like the game I lost to Dreyev in the Pro Chess League. Why are you giving me internet games? Come on, leave me alone. Stop showing games I lost. Wah. .NET Runner gifted a sub. Good. It is the same game. Right. The same.
You're getting off the camera a little bit.
Wait, this game looks familiar. No, that's the game I lost too. Stop showing games I lost. Joe Sofo showed the game I lost to Shabalov in the last round of the U.S. Championship. Then that game was a million moves. That's not done. Then I lost to him again in like 18 moves the next U.S. Championship in the last round. Horrible. Stop showing those games. Marcellus Wallace donated, subscribed, I should say. Thanks, Marcellus. Now, who did Marcellus throw off a roof? Antonio Rockamora, Tony Rocky Horror. I wouldn't call him fat. I mean, he's Samoan. He got developed a speech impediment after he fell through the wind.
Yeah, which movie? Right?
Pulp Fiction.
Oh.
What does Marcellus Wallace look like?
I need to see that again. You're always quoting from it.
He's black. Go on. Does he look like a bitch? Did he give his wife a foot massage? He should have known better than that.
There's 5 movies that I need to see that I know all your quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blazing Saddles,
Yay.
Pulp Fiction,
Yay.
Tombstone.
Yay. Rick A7's a funny move. It's just, I'm winning. That is a good move. CG Cub subscribed. All right. We got to level 2.
Brothers, thank you.
Level
Cub
2. The Blues Brothers. Shit.
Trading places.
What you have to memorize in the Blues Brothers, which I haven't, there's a scene where Carrie Fisher shoots a machine gun at John Belushi. Mm-hmm. He falls to the ground. She shoots like 40 shots and doesn't hit him. And then he says, listen, babe. He stood up at the wedding. And then he says, listen. And he gives every excuse you've ever heard. He's like, my car ran out of gas. I had a flat tire. A friend came in from out of town. There was a tornado, a hurricane, floods. And he goes on and on. He keeps going. Then the last one is locusts.
Okay.
And then she forgives him. And they hug. And then he drops her to the ground and they leave. That's a great scene. Last 9 moves. Queen takes A1, Queen C1.
I saw that when I was in 8th grade.
H5, F3, Queen H6, Knight F6 check, Bishop takes, Knight takes. Bishop takes D6. Mm-hmm. That's my game, 1 for 1?
Do you like Lars?
I don't know. I don't recognize the last 9 moves. Sorry. CG Cub gifted a sub again. All right, we're at level 2. Let's see if this game has any interesting moves. Okay, that we saw Rick A7's a funny move. I like that. It's funny. See, now, if you asked him why he played this move, and he gave you an honest answer, like if you asked me why I played it, that's a white squared bishop.
Yeah.
So those are going on dark squares. That's why I would play it. Yeah, he's just moving around because he has a big time advantage. He wants to have more time. Well, white can't do anything, so he's just messing around. He might go bishop here, pawn here. Then if A4, he can put his bishop back and work on this weak pawn. I don't know. This doesn't matter what he does because everything wins. Could play here, sacking a pawn. Man, Komodo's always closing it up, making sure it has no counterplay. Horrible. Komodo's always doing that, playing for the blockade. D5, E5, B4, Bishop H4. Hey, 1 for 1. That's the game More Diabati crushed me. Don't show that. Maybe that's not the game he crushed me. Looks like it. Damn. Yeah, that's the game More Diabati destroyed me in St. Louis. Don't show that game 1 for 1. You better donate some more. I want to pay them back. To Anonymous. Got to pay to Anonymous. And then Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew is the Fisher game again? Come on. Always the Fisher game. All right. Nothing's happening. All right. Put it in H. So remember when I said he would play bishop here, bishop here, bishop here, here? Mm-hmm. That's what he's doing.
Oh. You lost. Sorry. I don't know what happened.
I believe you.
I was trying to get into your stream and I was in somebody else's stream.
What? All right, we need another 5 subs in the next minute, so we get to level 3. Level 3. All right, this nothing's happening here. That's all blocked. G6 H6, H6 G6. So that doesn't matter. What he has to worry about, if his king goes here and all the pieces get trapped, which won't happen, H6 G6, bishop here, and break through. That's not going to happen. Yeah. Now he wants to play C5. So he's like, all right, let's play C5. Knight E4, King D6, C5, GG. Look at this time. Look at that. 5 minutes to 10 seconds.
Yeah.
The computer has 10
I know,
seconds.
that's pretty
I've never been so angry. Wow. So the only question is Knight B7 or Knight E4. You know what the answer is? Fries. You are hungry. 20 seconds. We need 1,000 centidues or 4 subs. 10 seconds. No, we're going to die on level 2. No. 1 second. No, we need lots of something. No, 1 sec. 99. Yes, you did it. With 1 sub? Wow, he did it with 1 sub. Thanks, thick, juicy asses. CG Cub gifted a sub also at the same time. That's why it went over. You guys have the best, thick, juicy. Well, they obviously mean donkeys because it would be arses otherwise.
You were
What am I, Nigel Short?
You were so happy to say that
username. Oh, yeah. Nigel Short was complaining to me in the car about how it's arse, not ass, and what is this? You know, ridiculous.
Hey, Vision.
I was like, what?
Yeah, he was so thrilled to see that.
Oh, yeah. All right. Man, it's been like 3 or 4 hours since I saw a thick juice. Okay, now Rook F2 doing nothing. Look at this, 11 seconds to 4 minutes. This was the most one-sided match ever except for game 1, which was interesting. Slim and none. French fries are vegan if they're vegan. If they're not vegan, they're not. Usually they are. Rook B8, good. See this rook? It's going to go here. And then if the guy doubles up on the bubble up, it's going to go here. 100% he goes here. Unless it's, yeah, he did it while I was showing you. Yeah. Then it's 500% he's going to play C5. C5, 1,000,000,000% C5. Which, by the way, doesn't matter. He could go here and then do it. Yeah, okay. But I mean, that's so ridiculous. Oh, I did that. Yeah, he might go here first. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's like a guarantees void in Tennessee. Yeah, he did do it. Yay! 600 centidues. 100 cent. I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me. What color's Mr. Meeseeks? Come on. You know who Mr. Meeseeks is. I'll show you. He's on my phone. Come on, Mr. Meeseeks. Come on. Come on. You kidding me? See, there's Mr. Meeseeks.
Blue. Hey, didn't I buy
Yay.
a little miniature?
I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me.
I think I bought one.
Yeah, good. I just sent that to Trying to Learn. All right, we're in the middle of level 3 somehow with the 100 and 600 centidues. And then let's have a look. Okay, take, rook takes. Yeah, this is, yeah. I've never been so angry. He might even play knight takes as a joke. He might.
Yeah.
He'll probably play a4. Oh, rook c8. Well, all right. Now he wants to take and play rook here check. No, I mean, this is like Komodo put up no resistance this game. Yeah, this is the most ridiculous. I mean, winning 5-1, unbelievable. Probably play knight e4. Probably. That's the most likely. It's not one of the engine moves, but he'll play knight e4. I have spoken.
I voted he would win at the.
And 5-1's pretty embarrassing, especially after losing the first game. What a comeback. Don't call it a comeback. What did Mama tell him to do? See, knight e4. What did Mama tell him to do because he didn't call it a comeback? Mama said, knock you out. I'm going to knock you out. No, nothing. Let's see if they know who sings it in the chat. Mama said, knock you. Know who sings that? I'm going to knock you out. LL Cool J is correct. They spelled it incredibly wrong. God damn, you can't spell it more wrong than whatever you just did. That's my game. The 2007 guest with Glenn Johnstone from the 1992 U.S. Open in Dearborn. The 2007 guest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Run DMC is wrong. All right. So what happened here? H6. H6 is a silly move, but whatever. I don't know why he made a move over there. That was dumb. It doesn't matter. It's blocked up. But that was still a silly move. It just doesn't matter. Yeah, king here, GG.
Mm-hmm. I need to watch Pulp Fiction again.
King here, GG.
I haven't seen it since it came out.
Ooh, that's annoying. That's mean. Man, he's being mean now. Yeah, now if Bishop D1, he'll take this. Ooh, that was a good move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you can't do it. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that was pretty cool. LL.
You're gonna visit
100
Krieger?
Centidues. Oh, we're finished at level 3.
Yay!
Boo! Boo! Unable to load emotes.
I've never seen that before.
I think that's all the emotes. Oh, that's why. I can't do the emotes. No. Choo Choo Hype Frog. I'm going to visit the chess center. We have to wait till we reopen. So August, September, October, if you're lucky. You're not going to be lucky. We're closed now. Nobody comes in or out. All right. This is the most embarrassing of all the games. All right. Knight F6 or D4.
Yeah. It's hard to say when we'll open.
Man, he's so mean. Smerdon. Well, what a terrible opening play in all 6 games by Komodo. Game 5 he tried, failed miserably. Karpov will come if we're open, which is unlikely. Might be. Go Karpov. The more you donate, the more Karpov comes. Did he resign? Man, this is the time to resign. God damn. Smerdon's just giving the goddamn smackdown. Jesus. Knight D6 is the meanest move. Okay, he wasn't super mean. Look at this. Would you win this position with black?
I think I would. Yeah,
Good
even I
girl.
would win it.
And you got 444 to 28.
To which he says, Komodo is playing like a thick, juicy ass.
Exactly. Yeah, but not that good, though. Man, he's so mean. He's going to play knight c4? What a meanie. You all right over there? What? She's just hungry. Yeah. She had 1 beer. That was enough.
Got it.
Man, this is amazing. He just beat it 5 games easily after losing the first one by hanging a piece. Good. I like the way Komodo plays with like 1 second left.
Yeah, I mean, that obviously was programmed. They're not going to run out of time.
So we were watching Good Times today, by meaning I was watching Good Times and Karen was walking by. And we were both somewhat surprised at Jimmy Walker being, weighing like 10 pounds.
So
I
skinny.
mean, they showed him in like in pajamas a couple of times, and he wasn't there.
He makes Matt Lauer.
He makes Matt Lauer look slightly less rapey, slightly.
Matt Larson. Fat.
Komodo's programs are about shame on me and my fellow computer nerds. Yeah.
Yeah, he's so skinny.
Man, he's so mean.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Jimmy Walker?
John Amos is still alive.
Oh, really?
He's 80. Yeah.
She died.
Esther rolled that a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember when she died.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't sit down to watch a lot of TV, but I watched it as I was walking around.
Mm-hmm. Here comes the knight to f3. He's not worried about stalemate because this can always move. Once it goes day 4, he's going to worry about it a little.
Okay.
I thought he was going to put his knight on f3, but I was wrong.
Linderman is skeletal. Ah.
No, JJ was.
Linderman's not that
Yeah.
skeletal.
No.
Has anybody out there ever noticed that Linderman looks like Howdy Doody?
God damn. So should he give everything away, Mayo Bishop at night? I would definitely do that here. 100%. If I was playing Komodo up 4-1 and I had 8 minutes, I would definitely give everything away, Mayo Bishop at night. 100% I would do that.
I'll be right back.
There's no question. Good. Bishop D5. Get another bishop. 5 bishops of the same color. Why is this game still going on? Somebody says. That's funny. The safest is to ignore you have a bishop and move your king. But now he can go queen here, mate. He'll go here now. Yeah, and then mate. Yay, 85 moves. God damn. Good job, human. Play Komodo said good game. Man, Play Komodo's like, god damn. Yeah. Yeah, Ben Komodo, I'm going to have to spot it a rook. God damn. All right, good match. Good job. Well established. Yay.
Yay. Hey, McJerpa.
Thanks for all the subs and the donations and the sponsor. Thanks, Drew, Dr. 5W, Dr. Drew. Thanks for Anonymous for sponsoring also. Thanks for all the bits and subs. Thanks to Karen. Go, Karen. Yeah, I definitely would have made a bishop at night. That would have been great.
What did I do?
Karen, you made it just in time. God damn. All right, if anybody wants to donate 30 subs, I'll wait a minute because I want to get to 1,800. Otherwise, we'll have to leave soon. Haven't seen a bean like this since Feingold Wrench. I put the Feingold Wrench match, I did. They split it up. Karen, made it 2 videos. On YouTube, you can watch just me beating Wrench, and you can watch me just playing Entitled Tuesday on my YouTube page. What time tomorrow? I don't know. Whenever I stream. Unclear.
Yeah.
Kids come back at
And
7, so I don't know.
Tartakower lecture should come out maybe at midnight.
Man, the emotes are unavailable? What's going on here? Unable to load available emotes. 100 centidues. That's close. Yeah, close. I click on the emote thing and it says unable to load emotes. What? Stupid Twitch. Yeah. 5-1. It looked good for Komodo when Komodo won the first game. And then Smurfo put the smack down. God damn. Yeah, Grunge Work gifted a sub. That's almost 1,800.
Yay.
Good. Let's see what it actually says, what the actual number is.
The Clash 15 on the Chess Club
1772,
channel.
very
the
close.
lecture Ben did here at the club.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming out probably in 30 minutes.
Man,
maybe.
3.5 hour lecture. God damn, I'm tired and old. All right, see you guys tomorrow, but I don't know when. Sometime.
See ya.